punishment. I'm gonna kill Carl now. I'm gonna make it one nice, hard swing. Try to do it in one because I like him. I just want you to put that in your brain and roll it around for a minute. I'm gonna kill Carl, and then Lucille here, she's gonna take your hands.
You can do it right in front of me.
You can take my hands. I told you already, I'm gonna kill you. All of you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But nothing is gonna change that. Nothing. You're all already dead.
Okie dokie. Brought this on yourself, Rick. See, I was willing to work with you. All you had to do was follow a few very simple rules. But now, well, now I see that you've got to go. Scorched earth, you dick!
He's not home.
Oh, holy shit! Everybody hold your fire, it's Carl. Look at you, answering the door like a big boy. I am so proud. Daddy's not home, huh? Well, I guess he's gonna get back to a big old smoky surprise.
His family's in here. Kids. My little sister.
That shit just breaks my heart. There's kids at the sanctuary. You must have seen them. Even had a little baby at one of the outposts. I wonder what happened to her. None of this shit's fair, kid. Hell, you know that. You had to kill your own mom. That is screwed up. Ergo, we need someone in charge who's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that shit doesn't happen. Oh, wait. That's me.
Bad stuff does happen, but we can figure this out. We can stop this.
Oh, now you want to talk? See, your dad had it that I'd die no matter what. You gave my people a choice. Not me. Now we're gonna need a new understanding. Apologies. Punishment.
Kill me.
What did you say?
If you have to kill someone, there has to be punishment. Then kill me. I'm serious.
You want to die?
No, I don't. If me dying could stop this, if it can make things different for us, for you, for all those other kids, it'd be worth it. I mean, was this the plan? Was it supposed to be this way? Is this who you want it to be?
Judith. Michelle.
Shit isn't funny anymore.
Don't make me do this now, Rick. I got plans for you. Cut you up in little bitty pieces, feed you to death, and make you watch.
Then when you're some sort of screwed up, creepy stump with a head, well, that's when I'm gonna kill you in front of everybody.
You ever shut the hell up?
Nope.
You know your kid volunteered to die. What kind of boy you raised, Rick? I'm gonna fix him. 'Cause I like him. In a few years, he's gonna be one of my top guys. Nobody will ever try to do what you did. Not ever again. Not your friends. Not your son.
You should know what the group is called. BAM. BAM? Big ass motherfuckers.
First of all, hello everyone. It's DJ Sue here. Three Black be rolling. So, unfortunately, due to unfortunate circumstances, like our boy D is unable to attend, so it's gonna be covering this episode. And yes, you know what? We're gonna put this in BAM. This will be the BAM category. Granted, this is a comic book turned into a TV show, but you already know what it is. This is a long, super put on the back burner. Shit happens, life happens episode.
Actually, this is very timely though, if you think about it, because
it's time. No, it's
last time we talked
but
about this was Negan at the start of season 7 beating the shit out of folks. And now we're talking about the first half of season 8. So it's like, we're caught up now.
No, because no, we haven't, because we didn't go through any of season 7.
I know, but I'm just saying, just the fact that we talked about the famous thing from season 7, because I don't know if you pay attention to social media, I feel a lot of people have been on that, like, I hate The Walking Dead, but they still watch the shit anyway. So I'm like, what are we complaining
dude, that's
about
been
here?
bruh, it's been like that since hell. It's been like that since season 2.
Yeah. I mean, valid point. I don't know, man. Like, okay, so me and you have been reading the comics. I'm still playing catch up because I got so much comics to read. But I know you and Terrence have been like of just talking about it, so I'm kind of like reading it through your guys' eyes while I catch up. But I feel like a lot of folks really expected this Walking Dead series to be like, I really feel if they did follow the comics, I think they would have been ahead of the comics to where they would have had to pull some filler bullshit out their ass.
Well, at that point now, we're at the point now of the comics where, well, I'm gonna say, no, I'm sorry, not the comics. We're at the point of the show where it's like half of a story arc away from the comics.
How many issues back though?
Oh, it's still got some issues, like a ton of issues. Like right now in the comics is what? They're at 170. They're almost at 180. And where we are right now in the TV show, if I were to compare it to the comic books, we are at 125.
Just seemed like yesterday, 80 issues back, where we got the infamous Glenn getting him by Negan. So that was 80 issues ago. That was, man, how many years ago was that? Holy fuck.
That was 2016.
Jesus, that was 2 years ago. Holy shit, man.
Like, well, 2016 is like if you already knew, if you already knew who was on the receiving end of Lucille, but of course we didn't find out about it until the beginning of season 7. So touching back on season 7, the last time we talked about it was the premiere.
Yeah.
And how I'm now officially dubbing I'm dubbing this show thanks to season 7 and season 8. I'm dubbing it The Walking Divided.
I mean,
because this show and the way it is going in has divided the fan base so much, especially when we get to the mid-season finale of season 8.
Welcome to like literally every ever. I mean, I don't know if you've been watching
Yeah.
any of the CW shows with the Flash and all that stuff. I don't know if you've been able to catch any of those episodes.
I haven't. I have them, but I have them on Netflix, but I haven't been able to catch up with them. Like, I still got like a bunch of shows on my watch to get through.
Oh yeah, trust me. When you get through it and stuff, you like. I don't know. It's weird because I feel like when it came to Walking Dead is the first time I've seen a comic book property on a TV show that really split stuff. Because I know when Preacher came out, right? I'm catching season stuff right now. And I remember that first season, a lot of people were just like, oh, Preacher, this first season. But like people like me who really only knows the surface level of Preacher, I was like, first season is actually pretty good. But then, second season, everybody's like, even the comic book people are like, oh my God, Preacher second season is the greatest shit ever. And I'm like, okay, I mean, it is. It's really good. That's just weird to me. But Walking Dead was one of those things. I think even when me and you started watching it, that split happened to me even when season 1 happened, personally.
Yeah, it was more so of the showrunners. And one thing that I can tell you about Walking Dead is only as good as a TV show. It's only as good as the show, that's running it. Yeah.
I think I always said that Walking Dead needs to take a page from Supernatural and just switch showrunners like every other year.
Well,
it would keep things fresh, at least to me personally, because that's how.
Well, they did actually switch showrunners. In fact, they switched showrunners a few times. From season 1 going into season 2 was Frank Darabont, and anyone who knows he was the guy who did Shawshank Redemption and as well as a few other movies. Really good.
You had me at Shawshank, so off the break, I'm like, yep, there you go.
Yeah, if you look at the way the first season ran,
yeah,
you notice how 180 difference it is from midway season 2, because he was still running it. He was still running the show midway through season 2, and you want to talk about something embarrassing. The guy got Comic Con. What was it for for season 2B, right? For the second half of season 2 to promote the show, right?
I know where this is going.
And while he was out there, he got the phone call or email, or whatever you want to put it, that was going to be let go. Like, AMC was letting him go, like, after he was done with Comic-Con. He went out there to promote the stuff and told everybody that he was gonna continue Walking Dead as the show. You had him go out there.
Friday shit. It's like, hell, how'd you get fired on your day off, dog?
Bro, no, it was more of you went out there and AMC forced you to lie to everybody because you didn't know.
Didn't see that shit coming. He was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be your office." Hey, dog, you're fired.
Yeah, we're gonna need you out of the office by Monday morning, and this and AMC has a history of doing stuff like this. They will hit somebody up, and they'll tell somebody, whether it's one of the actors, the writers, the producers, that something is about to happen, and then they got to sit there and go, "Oh shit, how am I gonna tell this to everybody?"
Because I mean. That has to suck. You get back from Comic-Con like, hey, I hope you enjoyed Comic-Con. You're fired. It's like, what the fuck?
So, and of course, because of that led to the lawsuit between him and AMC.
Because that is some shit that you don't see coming. It's like, what the fuck you fire me for? Like, why?
And he's not the only person. There's been a ton of people that have sued AMC, especially on The Walking Dead. Hell, they're in the middle of a damn. They're in the middle of a damn court case right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, is this The Walking Dead just cursed at this point? It's just like everything is happening with it. It's just like, oh yeah, you're fucking up.
Well, I can't really say. I don't know. I don't know if I want to call it. Well, you do know that they had to start the second half of season 2 because of what was it? One of the stunt. There was a stunt actor who died while the show was made.
That I remember.
And I remember what was it? The family members left behind. They sued AMC, and they're still in the middle of that court case right now.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
I mean, you died on the show's watch, so
yeah, it's kind of like the Fast and Furious chick that died on that movie and stuff. And I don't know if the stuntman went down.
Or the stuntman from Triple X who died doing that famous bike stunt.
Hold up. First one or the third one that just came out?
The first one.
Which bike stunt? You talking about the one where he did that backflip in Mexico?
Yeah, the backflip over that. Like, what was it the backflip?
Oh shit! Somebody died off that.
Yep.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, it was that scene.
Wow.
But we're gonna die and dead now that D is here.
Is he here? I don't know.
He just showed up.
Man, fuck both of y'all.
We're diving into this, and basically, this first half of season 8 is basically Rick.
Season 7.
Season 7. What? Season 8. Season 8.
We're in season 7. We only did the premiere of season 7.
Okay, yeah, season 7. Okay, so only thing I would talk about season 7 is we get Daryl going through his shit stuff, and then we get the Daryl cry face. I mean, I'm there for the Daryl cry face because that's emoting.
You mean Daryl Cryface 2.0?
Yeah, 2.0. That's emoting.
I was say, ain't this the second one? Ain't this the second Cryface?
Actually, I take that back. No, the cry. No, sorry. You know what? We're up to version 5 at this point.
We're at 6
because
season 8 stuff.
That we got. Dude,
no.
Shit that we got we up to 5 at this point, man.
No, we are. Bro, did you not see the first time? Did you not see his face when he emptied the clip into that cop who killed Beth?
Yeah.
And then his face again when he was carrying. Hold up. Then his face again when he was carrying her body outside, like outside the hospital. And then his face again after Harold told him, "Hey, you know what? You can act hard if you want to, but you know that you got to feel it." My man goes off to a bar, lights a cigarette, burns. Nigga took a cigarette burn and finally cried.
I have a theory.
You know what?
He did all this crying just to freaking actually put his audition in for Death Stranding, and he got it. Good job, sir. Good job.
See, you wrong as shit, because I was actually about to say the same damn thing. Also, more in my opinion, I think Norman did that shit like this. All right, y'all gonna have to have a scene with me motherfucking crying. Why, Norman? Why? Look, I'm trying to get a goddamn Emmy. I don't know about y'all. I'm trying to win some shit off of this. All right, you know what? Because real talk. You want to know how my movie career is? Not existent, nigga. I need some awards. Look, you know how? Look, it's like this. Look, love that, but I can't do another Boondock Saints 3. I can't do that shit. I can't do this shit, y'all. I need something better. So I'm gonna have to keep trying to put this motherfucker.
The shit ain't happening, dog. I can't.
Oh man, this shit ain't Gucci, man. I can't do this. I can't do this.
So
all right, so we get diving into season 7, picking up after the season premiere. We get into
you mean the season premiere, aka Negan goes wild with a Louisville Slugger, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also what I like to call Negan goes wild with a Louisville Slugger, aka Rick has this fucking fever dream of I want to goddamn die. This is like, and that's like his third one, isn't it? No, not his third one. He has one every season, doesn't he?
After his wife died and stuff, he's had that face since then. Come on now.
Yeah. No. It wasn't. We get 2 faces. We get. Holy shit! Somebody extremely close to me has died, and the look on my face is pretty much shows you just how defeated I am. But I am trying to fight back. Also, we also get Rick trying to figure shit out, like the fractions and equations face.
Dude, he has that, and look, especially in season 8, he has that face at least. And tell me if I'm lowballing it or highballing it. At least 44% of the time in season 8, where it's like, huh.
Also,
it's He's like he's clearly thinking, but at the same time, he's fucking confused. It's that fictional.
Well,
Any other look. Here's the sick part about that. If he was on any other show, they said, "Look, dude, you can't come back.
Sorry, dog. You're done.
Done. You can get away with the shit on Walking Dead. You can't do that here."
well, we're going from there. We see just how defeated he was in seasons. Throughout season 7, Rick is absolutely defeated. You know who wasn't defeated that whole time? My girl Maggie.
First off, Maggie, when it comes to killing, a woman's husband, she will have that determined look on her face, and you can't do shit about that. That's just how it is in movies and TV shows, anything. You can't do anything about that shit. Even if you could rape a wife, you can TV, and it don't even fucking matter. She will be determined to fucking kill you by any means necessary. So yeah,
just to show
or take her kids away. Or take her kids away like motherfucking Holly Berry, even though Holly Berry was like frantic the whole goddamn time.
Put that episode out, D. Goddammit.
I will not. I refuse to put out the episode where we compared Holly Berry to Sally Field. Okay.
Oh, so with Maggie already on the warpath, telling Rick, "Hey, look, go back to Alexandria and get ready to fight them. I know I'm sick, but damn it, we taking them all out."
I like how she's actually a toe outside of, and she has bigger balls than Rick. I love that. I really love that.
Look, man, they killed Abraham. They killed his boy Abraham, and they killed his boy Glenn. So
I mean, if you really think about that, this
Glenn
is also
really was Glenn really his boy? Kind of.
Well, he was in the first season.
Dude, he saved him in the first season.
I take it back. I'm sorry, y'all. Take that back.
He saved him in the first season. Not to mention, we've seen Glenn cheat death numerous times. I mean, come on. He went in just to look for his wife at while that place was getting shot at with a damn tank. And God, what else did he go through? He went. Oh yeah, he's been put down to try to get fresh water, but of course there was a zombie down there. He went through that shit. He saved his wife numerous times. He saved so many people dozens of times. To see him go was definitely a blow to Rick.
Before we progress with 7, they had to kind of make up for the trash dumpster scene. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, that fake out.
Yeah,
because of that fake out death, that brought on the theory. That brought on so many theories of no major character dies without a witness.
True.
If we see a major character go, trust he's got to have a witness. Somebody who's been on the show since the beginning or previous seasons has to witness it. Nobody saw Glenn go, so he wasn't gone. We're introduced to our boy King Ezekiel in season 7.
Good old Carrie Payton, the greatest. He's a national treasure. That's all I'll say.
He is. That being said, I'm gonna say this shit because I know my cousin ain't gonna listen to this shit. She a lesbian, right? She wanted to fuck that nigga.
Isn't that how that goes with some lesbian? I hate to kind of. I don't.
Hey, nigga. I don't want to be a pig about this, but you see them dreads, my nigga.
I'm just saying.
Did you see the CGI tiger, my nigga? Did you see the CGI tiger?
Peyton had me going for a second, like, yo, Kari actually grew some dreads? What's up with that? And then I was like, oh, it's a wig.
That was a wig.
Yeah, that was a wig, man.
But that's the sad part. As a nigga that got dreads, it's like, nigga, if you don't take that shit.
Because he put that shit on Instagram. I was like, oh shit, Kari Payton actually grew dreads? Damn. I was like, oh, it's fake. Damn it.
Hey Chris, you see the shit on my head? This is a year and a half. Don't you do that shit.
It's the same thing with Michonne. Michonne, she wears a wig.
Yeah, I had the Weebay face when I saw Michonne and it was a wig. And
it goes back to we only had 2 shows of Walking Dead. And it goes back to the very first one where Sue was hyping. Hyping this shit. Hey, D, the kingdom was going to be here. Ezekiel was going to be there with a fucking tiger and shit. Then the motherfucking, like all the Alexandria's going to be a big ass war, motherfucker. Son, I can't wait. And you had theories. And I got to say, Eris, most of them held up. Yeah. Most of them held up for you. It's not too much because most people that go into this either just know the show or just show, or they're like super faithful to the comic for some stupid ass reason. You at least have enough leeway to know, look, we can't do everything.
I made sure to give myself room to say they took let's see, we took out Abraham and Glenn right like way before what was it, like way before the All Out War arc starts. Okay, just stick it to the comics. Negan takes Daryl prisoner. That's new. This is all like that's all 100% new. So this is gonna be something they're gonna throw into the mix. And the fact that
man, Daryl gonna go through hell. That's the first thing I said. That nigga gonna go through hell.
And the fact that Kit's still alive at this point is also going to mix things up. But they're going to, but again, going back to what I said before, they're going to take her character and put it into another character in the comics that's now.
You all fine with that, and I think I asked you this before, but you're fine with that, are you? You're very fine with that type of idea.
I'm fine with that. I would say like depending on the character that they choose to do that with, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Now, when they take a character that's not like that doesn't exist in the comics, looking at you, Sasha.
Yeah.
And they have her do certain things that other characters do. For example, she has been several characters. I would say since up to about season. Yeah, like right up until the end of season 7. In season 5, she was playing the Andrea role from the comics, where she was the squad's best sniper. Because if we've seen in episode 3, I think it was either episode 3 or 4 of season 7, Michonne, you suck as a sniper.
You know what, man? Her stock went down for me. Her stock's been going to 6 for me, but that's just D. He's just dipping in and out, so don't read too much on me.
Now, in the beginning, yes, you sucked as a sniper. You went out there for target practice and you did terrible. But you did make up to it because the story was progressing. You were filling into that role of taking on the Andrea part in the comics. See, with Sasha, she was Andrea being the best sniper, and then prior to that, she was in season 5 where where they had the dinner party in Alexandria. Way before all that part where she flipped out on everybody, that was actually Michonne in the. So there are times when the comics tries to introduce stuff into the show, but they just have it happen with different characters.
All I'm saying is, season 7 gave us Jesus, and I'm actually cool with that.
Well, dude, Jesus has been in since season 5.
But that's my saying. All I'm saying is, I'm seeing Jesus, and I'm like, yes, this is awesome. Jesus is here.
Like, I knew that once Jesus showed up, I was like, all right, Jesus is here. That means Negan's gonna be here. That Ezekiel. I was like, how the hell are they gonna do the tiger bit? Everything. So far, I've gotten everything I've wanted with this show. Now, here's where the divide comes into season 7. People started shitting on this season so bad, episode 1, after the season premiered, because everybody was so pissed off that Glenn was gone, and everyone felt like
you should have saw that shit coming a mile fucking away. Like, how the hell do you get death? You're mad that they cheated us out of a death. Now you're mad that he's dead. Make up your fucking mind, people.
I know, CJ. Trust me, I know.
I think it's
the death. No, now you want to know something? I thought was hilarious. Now, considering that at the end of season 6, that everybody immediately thought that was Glenn that caught the bat, right?
Yeah.
But instead it was Abraham who gets killed first. Now, I threw this out there and I said, now imagine if Negan just took out Abraham and left Glenn alive. How different would this show be?
Dude, there will be so many people making up because imagine yourself, and you're right about that. Because imagine you, Eris, if Negan walked off with the bat, Abraham and Glenn is still there. What would be the first thing to cop out your mouth? Like, is a zombie going to kill you next? What would the first thing to come out your mouth when you saw that? Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you. The first thing to hop out my mouth. So Negan's trolling, right? He's gonna come back and. He's gonna come back and kill him, right? Wait, why is he getting in the truck? Why are they leaving? What are you doing? Come on, man. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep watching.
I know. See what that is? See, that's actually different. That actually shows what type of fan DJ Sue is, because that right there is like, so y'all just gonna ruin the character that is. I've been waiting for this motherfucker for the last 6 seasons, and y'all ain't get the motherfucker to kill the Korean nigga. For real? For real?
Like how D specified the ethnicity. He didn't say Asian. He's like, he didn't kill a Korean nigga over there and shit. It's like, all right, cool.
Hey, right there. So you don't know DJ Sue then, because that. Joe, no. But here's my thing. Even with I think it was actually a little bit more than that. Also, people had this weird thing where it made me laugh that Negan at the end of season 6, everybody loved, and then after the first episode of season 7, there was this wave of fuck Negan. And I was thinking, it was so funny. I compare it to wrestling, where a bad guy does his job very well and nobody can't stand him. You know what I mean? Like, all right, Chris, you was in wrestling at the time during this time. Remember when Brock came back and everybody loved him, and then Brock immediately ran over the goddamn roster and beat the living shit out of John Cena, and there was this wave of fuck that nigga. That's what happened.
Nah, for me, happened. It wasn't until he broke the Undertaker streak that everybody was like, "Fuck Brock."
Boy, that made it worse.
Everybody tolerated Brock because, hey, he's the beast. once he broke Undertaker streak, everybody's like, "Yo, fuck that nigga, fuck him."
Yeah, actually, you're right. I'm sorry, because he beat up John Cena, and because people are fucking stupid and they don't know how to follow the rules of wrestling, it's like, well, that's okay. He beat up John Cena at least. But
D, you also forgot it's also in John's contract to have the Rocky comeback, so he got the fucking sequel, and then he beat Brock, but it didn't fucking matter because he's still the beast.
Fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all. That was an awesome ass match. But that's the thing that killed me. And when you kill, he so much killed Undertaker right there, everybody, how dare you? To this day, that was like 3 years ago. Niggas is still acting like that shit happened yesterday.
Meanwhile, Roman retired Undertaker, and everybody's like, I mean, fuck Roman, but still, fuck Brock.
I mean, fuck that nigga. But the real crime, they go back to that shit. See, guarantee you, like if I'm not even spoiling nothing, going into season 8, I kind of seen, at least what I've seen in season 8, there are the word redeemable qualities is a poor word to say it, but you can see it. There's a reason to Negan's madness. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. Why the fuck I'm a bad guy? You get why I'm doing this shit. Yeah. And you can understand this shit. But then you still got people looking at that shit like, fuck that nigga. Nah, fuck him. He killed Glenn. You didn't even give a shit about Glenn.
But see, that's the quality of a good bad guy. Exactly. Because unlike the governor, where they try to sit there and sympathize with him, like the governor had a family. I don't fucking care. Negan, you can't sympathize with him.
Now hold on. Now going into the governor, I would say if there was anything that I had a problem with when it came to the show, it was this show's portrayal of the governor. Like he was completely different in the show than he is in the comics.
Yeah.
If anything, he was more he was tame. Like he was extremely toned down, like compared to his comic book counterpart. And I was praying the whole time that they would not do that with Negan. And with Negan, they pretty much kept him the way he is. Like the way you see him in the the way you see him in the show, that's pretty much how he is in the comics. Outside of AMC dropping the ball by not giving us DVD and Blu-ray box set customers the uncensored version of Negan. But now we got some things that takes place, and a lot of people have referred to season 7 as the most, I would say at least the first half of season 7 as the most depressing part of season 7, and it's depressing for a reason, because you see the entire group broken down. Broken down and damn near defeated.
Negan is breaking down everybody. He got Daryl locked up in the cell and has broken down Daryl to like Daryl was badass, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, Daryl's a fucking pussy. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh no, Daryl's pussy qualities was bubbling up to the surface anyway, but that's a different story.
I know.
I can't really.
It was just like, man.
No, it had you. Now hold on. Now people would think. You would think for a minute that he would have broken Daryl, but nah. By the time to the end of that episode of him, of him eating dog food sandwiches and all that shit from Dwight, he still refused to kneel. Even when he was given paradise at the sanctuary, he refused to kneel.
Man, dog food sandwiches. I'm looking at Daryl like, I'm pretty sure Daryl at one point before he met Rick and them has ate a dog food sandwich before. So
I was like, yo, this is the zombie apocalypse, man. I'm pretty sure y'all ate. I'm pretty sure aiming shit at this point. All right, so I don't know why y'all sitting around.
I mean, real talk. I mean, no, hold on, real talk. This is also the same dude that what is it? This is also the same dude that shot a rattlesnake, gutted it, and ate it in the woods.
But rattlesnakes isn't dog food though. But yeah.
Also, how the fuck is there? Also, I stand by this. How there's a rattlesnake on the East Coast? I don't know. Whatever. Zombie apocalypse. Let's just go.
I don't know, D. We did get those weird snakes in Maryland that just crop up everywhere. So I'm just saying.
No, those are snakeheads, nigga. They can live in this area. Not no goddamn rattlesnake, nigga. So I don't know. Whatever.
See, I was gonna
one
say
just happened to come one just happened to come all the way from Texas.
True.
Shit, nigga. You know what the zombies doing down there, my nigga?
Hey, look. I feel the zombie apocalypse.
It's the East Coast. It's cooler. It's finna be a breeze. Yak.
Hey, I feel the zombie apocalypse fucked up the ecosystem so bad to where it's like, oh, rattlesnakes, huh? All right, cool.
Now you want to know something? We got some good memes out of season 7, just in the first few episodes. Let's see, from I think it was from episode 3. Did anybody try to rate what Dwight did by making probably the best looking damn sandwich ever?
Nobody did. I didn't see no meme of that.
Bruh, I went on YouTube. After that episode aired, and I looked for recreating that same shit. Like, they got the music and everything of them running around, grabbing all the materials and making that sandwich. Bruh, you watched that episode, and CJ, you could agree with me. You got hungry when you saw that.
A little bit. Just
nigga, I immediately went to nigga saw that shit. I was actually at the library. I left the library, went to 7-Eleven. That ain't bullshit. That's not no bullshit either. That's not no bullshit.
I'm like, I'm watching Dwight put together that sandwich. I'm like, man, this is making me hungry.
Fucking D went to, I can imagine D left the library, went and got a loaf of fucking bread and some meats and went back to the library making a sandwich.
Nigga, that it was library in DC where you could eat in the back and shit. So what I did was sandwiches. I was eating. I had to actually, and I was reading the Walking Dead first chapter of the Walking Dead on it was a what do you call them? The composer.
The compendiums.
Yeah. I was eating. Damn, that's what happened. I don't like that nigga lit. Like, wait a minute, hold up. That shit didn't happen in the show. I'm amazed. I'm texting Harris like a motherfucker. Yo, when did this happen?
And then here's me. It didn't.
Yeah, he said it did it. And no bullshit, as a mustard stain hit that motherfucking book, I slowly closed it, put it back. Not gonna lie.
Hey,
there's a nigga that went to shit, man. I love the Walking Dead. What the fuck this mustard doing in this?
Hey, I'll say this though, okay. You're right, Sue. The first half was depressing, but I did like Carol's interaction with Ezekiel. I did like that relationship. To the point to where I was expecting.
By the way, that's where Carol took on the Michonne role.
Yeah, and to the point to where I was like, so is Ezekiel and Carol going to hook up? Is that happening?
See that? Look, here's Chippy McShip over here.
See, I feel at times I get worse than Tumblr. Ship those two, and it's like, what are you thinking?
It ain't even Tumblr. It ain't even Tumblr. See, because you and I watch CW, we see CW DC shit. We have a tendency to say her. We got a tendency.
That is true.
Everybody had that assumption about Ezekiel and Carol, but even worse with Carol and Daryl, which I'm the only person that's like, no, that's not going to happen. They care for each other, but you want to know what the relationship between Carol and Daryl is like? It's pretty much Big Boss and the boss. That's their good way
of saying that shit.
That's their relationship. Their relationship.
You know what's depressing?
What's that?
Oh, what's depressing for me was, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what was depressing for me was to see Negan metaphorically pry open Rick's mouth, place his penis in his mouth, said, "How you doing?" So look, swash his dick in his mouth, hopped out. All right, peace, nigga. That's what happened.
Bruh, first half is literally nothing but Rick having that. Yo, Rick has that 1,000-yard stare every time he sees Negan coming to Alexandria, and it's like, yep, his dick is right in your mouth. Got it. Can't do nothing about it.
I love the fact that he opened up the door, right? And here's Rick, pissed off as hell, but knows he can't do nothing about it. He just looks at Negan. He looks at Negan, right? And he goes, "You said a week. You're early." I knew it.
Nah, real talk. I describe it for you in the most niggerish way possible. Phone check, nigga. Phone check, homie. Phone check, homie.
I like how he said, "You know what? He said, hey, it seems that you need my help again. We're here to offer service." He said, now Rick, counting it. He's like, watch my form. Backhands a zombie at the gate. Easy squeezy. Gives him said bat. And said, hold this for me, bro.
Nigga, that was the equivalent. That was the equivalent of Homeboy and Scared Straight. Like, yo, hold this orange. Shit, peel it.
No. And I forgot what scene. I think it was season 4. Not season 4. I'm sorry. I think it was. I forgot which episode when Negan came back again. It's like Negan pretty much walked in there like Earl Sweatshirt in that one scene and Loader Squad. I smell bitch. It was depressing because, and I didn't get it. See, that's what made it depressing for a lot of people, and that's why people really started hating Negan because I was like, he's being a what the fuck do you want him to be?
I thought that was the thing that made me. That's the thing that just confused me. It's like you're mad at the villain for being a villain. Everybody looked at him like, oh, man, he's not like Negan is one note. Like he just shows up with a bat and says a whole bunch of crazy shit, and like he's just a bully. He's a bully. I'm like, he's a villain. He's a villain. That is his point.
Y'all don't say this shit about. Look, y'all don't say this shit about the Joker, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Well, you see, D, you know, in the latest round of shit because they don't know shit about the character. You know, they want to make Joker a fucking gay character. I'm like, that dude doesn't give a shit about pussy. What makes you think he's gonna give a shit about dick?
Also, I believe Joker stuck a dick in somebody's booty once.
For shits and giggles.
Once. There was a punchline at the end of that motherfucker, but he did it though.
What makes you think he's gonna care about another dude in a relationship? That dude cares more about Batman than any other person. Come on now, he only got time for a relationship. Come on,
man. Pussy, man. Vagina, sex for him is it was like smoking a cigarette, man. Come on, man. You don't need it. You really don't need it.
Yo. Speaking of which, how about the fact that we got introduced to the Sanctuary when called it to hop in the back of a truck and make his way towards the Sanctuary, and he gunned down like a couple of Negan's guys, all because he was going after. Like he wanted to go after Negan directly. He's like, you know what? My dad ain't trying to do nothing. Else is trying to do nothing. I'm going after Negan.
I like how Negan just looked at Carl like, I like the cut of your jib, kid.
I
mean, if you think about it, that was actually pretty badass of him because he said, "What? You went something, kid. I expected a kid your age to be sitting around, moping around about missing the prom or something, but you go out and you do something productive. You go on a mission. You find me, run down a bunch of my guys, and here we are. Now the only thing I'm wondering is what to do with you next." Now, in the comics, I was sitting on what he was going to do with Negan because, again, this is early on. Like that part where it happened in the comics was like 4 issues after. I want to say about 4 or 5 issues after issue 100. Now, in the TV show, when this happens, I already knew what to expect. But the whole time, I was like, man, is he really going to kill Carl and then bring him back to Rick and say, hey, your son came over here and tried to kill me, so I killed him instead. Just had to get that out the way. I just wanted to bring his corpse back to you just so you can bury him. But he didn't. He let him live. In fact, not only did he let him live, he took him home.
Yeah.
It's called benevolence. Benevolence.
Yeah.
I'm capable of it.
Before he took him home, man gave him a grand tour of the Sanctuary, showed him around, introduced him to his wives. Yes, one of them happened to be Dwight's. And what else did he do? Oh, and to seeing a man get branded with the iron. All because he broke the rules of the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
which is why now, of course, upon witnessing this, this is how we seen Dwight get that burn on his face. He did the same thing. He had to be punished. Now, we had this moment that was very similar to Rick sitting in a room with the guy. Carl, like, bruh, you were in the room with Negan. You had an opportunity to kill him. You could have killed him. Hell, you were actually holding Lucille the whole time. You could have killed him.
Could have.
But he didn't. We got this other famous, which was Carl, I want you to sing me a song. I want you to sing me a song, and I also want you to take that damn bandage off your face. Listen, I want to see what Grandma got me.
Listen. He made
nigga.
Nigga,
you stay away from that little boy's eye hole. I don't trust you because when you say sing me a song and show me your eye, show me that high hole. If I swear, if I hear your pants unzip, you are the worst.
Like, it's like, whoa, shit. It's like, what's going on?
Start singing, motherfucker. And I start singing, nigga.
Bro, Robot Chicken made so many jokes off of that scene of them sitting in that room together. One was one of them was like Carl removes the bandage and it turned out to be the damn wind tunnel from Inuyasha.
Yo, I fucking died on that shit, yo.
Then another time the other time he took the bandage off, like Negan picked up a drink and used it as a bottle opener. He used his eye socket as a bottle opener.
Real talk. Look, here's the sad part about that. You mean to tell me that zombie head where he did that shit? You mean to tell me that Negan didn't have a zombie head specifically so he could open up his bottles?
Yeah,
I'd be surprised.
That just sounds like some shit he would do, man. That's some post-apocalyptic balleristic shit right there, man.
And then the third one, we come to find out that Negan played golf in the third joke. He hit a golf ball in the Carl's eye, a birdie. Robot Chicken with them silly jokes. Now when he goes back, we get more Negan shenanigans. He decided to wait at home for Rick to come back, right? Because Rick went out with Aaron to get some supplies for them for their next pickup or whatever. And while he was waiting, he decides to take another tour of the house. And didn't he make Carl spaghetti?
Yes,
that became a meme.
Yeah, made that dude spaghetti. I'm like, wow, okay. Yo, what wild me out about it is when he told Carl to take the bandage off, right? Carl for a few episodes was like, can I put the bandage back on? And he's like, no, you cannot.
It's like, no, you can't do it.
No, you can't.
Like, I don't like. Look, you look badass as hell without it.
Nobody's
Leave
gonna
it
fuck
off.
with you if you have the bandage off. So there's that.
In a way, he does have a point. You know, I was just waiting for that one moment where Carl would just happen to come across an actual eye patch like how he had in the comics, but didn't. Never came.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm surprised Rick had some control when he sees Negan with Judith in his lap. I was like, yo, that's some fucking control for your ass, because that's like, yo, that's you're dead on arrival. You touch my kid. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, think about it. What could you do?
I know, but I'm saying
no, seriously. When you have not even a third of the saviors with trucks, guns, and everything, not to mention all your guns is taken away, everything is taken away. What could you really do?
I know, but I'm just saying.
Well, no. See, I get where you're going there, Chris. Again, where? What's the end game of that? What's the end game of that shit?
What could you really do? You could do nothing. Everybody, you know, and I remember how everybody freaked out when they saw Negan holding Judith. I'm like, oh Lord. I remember there was a joke that what was it? There was a joke that showed Negan doing the stuff around Rick's house, and then the minute you see Judith in his arms, it said, and right there, 1,000,000 ovaries exploded. So now we did get some. I did get some satisfaction because Negan actually did something that I wanted him to do ever since I saw him do it in the comics. He guts Spencer.
I mean, it kind of sucks though.
When he did it, like it was exactly like it was exactly how it was done in the comics, and I said, "Thank you, thank you, AMC. You did it right. You did everything like damn near like the exact same way. Like they even had the angles and like everything was the way it was supposed to go down. And this was what gave this was part of what gave Rick his juice back to go and try to go at him, because we see Rosita pull a gun out of her ass and fires a bullet point blank range, somehow misses all of Negan and hits.
One of those things where it's like, I was trying to do that, but I think I did something better.
You know what? The first time I saw that, I looked at Rosita like, so you didn't get that far ahead in your plan.
No.
You didn't think that far. You didn't think that for some reason your bullet was gonna get a mind of its own and hit the baseball bat and not Negan.
Yeah.
Not to mention not to mention that because of that we also see Olivia get killed.
I know. I was going to say Eugene. What happened to Eugene? He got
Eugene was
taken. What did he do with Eugene? Yeah, he was taken. Yeah, he
was taken because Negan realized that the bullet the bullet was handmade. There was no way that this came out of just some regular, like some other gun. It was a handmade bullet. So we get Lucille, give me strength. I'm gonna be relieving you of your bullet maker, Rick. It's like I'm taking him home with me.
Oh man.
And
see,
now this
it always takes a strong black woman to say that nigga up.
Right? Because it was Michonne that came back to Rick.
It had to be Michonne on some real shit, who's been playing, I don't know, fourth chair right now. That's really
it's like everybody was trying to find something. It's like, can we find something to hold on to? Not to mention, we get to see. Not to mention, we also saw. Who was it? We saw Morgan. We saw Morgan go through his life. Hey, I'm teaching the youth at the I'm teaching the youth. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it.
This dude is at a fucking YMCA and shit, like teaching
youth. You might as well.
Like I'm teaching youth how to use the stab, man. Don't kill.
That
Don't use gun.
That whole scene, man. I'm over there humming to myself "Sounds of Blackness." As long as you keep your head to the sky.
First off, I'm still putting Morgan in Book of Eli territory because he still is the Book of Eli.
He is, man.
My man had the staff. He's teaching the kid how to use it, and I'm like, oh Lord, please, like, no, Morgan, do not develop. Don't try to sit there and take this little white boy and develop him into Dwayne. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's like you too, kid. You can beat somebody with a staff and take on Negan. No, you can't. Sorry, sir. No, you can't.
Because obviously tensions rise when they have to do exchanges with with the side of the saviors, and which costs the life of the kid. What I'm trying to remember. He got shot. What? He got shot like in the kneecap or something and bled out.
Oh, he got shot in the kneecap and bled out.
If I remember correctly, he got shot there, bled out, and Morgan had to kill him. He had to kill him before he turned into a zombie, and decided to wear the kid's armor. Now, did you think we were going to see crazy Morgan again when he decided to take the staff and beat the shit out of that dude Richard with it?
Yeah.
It went back to the exchange.
This one small swoop is like, oh, well, without batting an eye, we just did that, huh? All right, cool.
And it was and he did it because because what is his name? Even Ezekiel was like, Morgan, stop! What are you doing? Like, stop! Peace.
You could tell another black dude to cease and desist. Come on, man. That ain't gonna happen.
He looked at him and said, "Look, man. He wanted to die. Kid, he said, look, the kid, he wasn't supposed to die. He thought that the gunshot was gonna go for him. With this plan, and it didn't work out. Morgan, let's go back. Let's just go back home. I can't, man. I can't do it. No, I'm not going. Like, I can't go back. We see him go back to. I think he was at Carol's. My man was carving up that staff. I'm like, bro, he's making a spear out of that bad boy. He's going from Donatello to he's going from Donatello to Predator.
I'm about to say, man, he carving that stick, man. He going from Donatello to one of a character in Dynasty Warriors with that fucking staff, bro.
Hey,
So
all I'm saying is, man, just shout out to Lenny James. That dude can act his ass off.
oh yeah. So
I like how during this time, like you think it's like the next few episodes of this, where Rick pretty much plays diplomat to try to get everybody try to get everybody. He got the saviors, not the saviors. I mean, he got the hilltop.
He got the hilltop.
He got on the scavengers too, right?
No. He gets the hilltop. He gets the hilltop first. They're ready to go along with him. Then they're introduced to the kingdom. He meets them. He asks Ezekiel to help them fight the saviors. And this is where we get a difference here. In the comics, Ezekiel is open. He's happy to join up with Rick in the hilltop to take on Negan. But in the TV show, he hesitates and he chooses not to do it. Not until reason to do it. And of course, seeing the kid get killed, that was pretty much what gave him that push to go do it. Now,
I was gonna say, it was just a different way of going about it. Really,
it was a little delayed, but it was happening. You know it was going to happen.
Oh yeah, that was going to happen anyway.
And so this is where we get another detour from the comics. Rick and his crew find a group of people called the Scavengers. Now, this group doesn't exist in the comics. Some people are led to believe that the Scavengers are somehow gonna become the Whisperers.
I was going to ask you that. Were they just you with your history of the comic? Was it somebody different? Was it just a different group to you that they were substituting for?
No, because there honestly there wasn't a different group during the All Out War series. Hell, you had the Scavengers on the side, and you know what? Okay, before I get to Oceanside, let me go on the Scavengers real quick. How did y'all like the fight between Rick and Winslow in that gladiator style match?
I was waiting for there to be like some chants in the background and shit like that.
Like dun, 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 dun.
No. More for me, it was more like I was thinking like not the. See, I don't want to go with the Captain Kirk Gorn fight.
No, I got one better for you. After he kills Winslow, I wish Rick would have made this reference. Tried to make like meme history. He would have looked right back up at Jadis, like the leader of the Scavengers, and says, "Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?"
Hey, look,
is this why you are here?
Look, man, I was expecting Rick to bring out Brother Rock and take out fucking Winslow. I thought that was gonna happen.
I was waiting for Brother Rock. I thought so too.
Yeah,
you know,
I was waiting for it.
Out of all the stuff that was there, yeah, bro. Then again, I don't know how Brother Rock really do. I mean, you got a zombie that's literally covered in metal.
Kind of reminded me of Resident Evil a bit. I was like, oh, so Negan is
Didn't
on his
it-
Resident Evil
bro,
shit, huh?
Didn't it remind you of the Iron Maidens from Resident Evil?
Like, oh, I can't kill you in the head, huh? All right, I guess I gotta get behind you and shoot the shit on your back. So we're good, right?
Like shiv him in the neck or something. But yeah, so he gets them. So he gets the Scavengers to join up with them, but before they do, guns. They wanted more guns. So we get a whole episode dedicated to Rick and Michonne going out on an adventure, and
Yay.
they come across, I think, what was it, like a rundown military surplus or something.
Yeah, they came to they got to a military surplus store and they found like extra guns and stuff.
Yeah, they found like a shitload of guns, brought them back, and I thought it was also messed up that they went through all that risk, got all those guns, brought them back to the Scavengers, and the Scavengers, you know what? This isn't enough for us to fight your war. It's not enough. We need
First
more
of all,
guns.
I like how Michonne's face was just like, bitch, what the fuck you mean this ain't enough?
No, Rosita was even colder. She was like, fuck.
I would too.
She grabbed the cart like, nah, we taking this back, man. We can do this on our own. We don't need y'all.
These motherfuckers are fucking with us right now. Nah, bro. You don't like this shit? Get the fuck out of here.
So they said, fine, we'll get more guns, and this is where we go in the Oceanside. Now, prior to everything that was going on with with the deaths of Abraham and Glenn, Tara and Heath had no idea what was going on. They went way out to Oceanside, and this is where they get separated. Now, this sparked a good meme of, hey, remember that character that was in this particular season and has disappeared ever since and never came back?
Yeah.
So apparently Heath sold, and he has not been seen since. No one knows where he is. No one knows where he went. But we come to find out Oceanside is a community that's filled with nothing but women. We found out the Saviors they had history with the Saviors, where the Saviors killed all of their husbands and their sons were forced to work.
Yeah.
So even though they were asked to join up with them, they refused to join. And of course, Rick and crew came over and took guns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guns and said, look, you can fight with us or not, but we're borrowing the guns and we're going to bring them back to you when this war is over with. Again, we're getting all of this building. Everything is building up to them trying to take on. Now, Daryl gets out. Daryl manages to escape. He manages to escape the sanctuary thanks to Sherry, Dwight's wife, and when he gets out and makes his way back to the hilltop, we meet up with Rick. Everyone gets this wonderful, this heartwarming welcome back, hello, like holy shit, like everybody's back together. Let's go take on everybody. Now,
I mean, that's what happens. You get your boy back, and now all of a sudden your boost of confidence comes in.
Oh no, hold on. Not only did he get his boy back, but he also got his confidence back because Daryl gave Rick his Colt Python.
It's just like Samson. All of a sudden, it's like, yeah, you took my hair off. Now he gets his hair back, and it's like, Super Cena mode.
Dude, think about it. When Rick doesn't have that Python, he's weak. I mean, bro, he doesn't have the Python. The only thing he has is it, and that's only like a quarter of his confidence right there. He doesn't have his machete that he used to kill to kill the cannibals. So what can you do? Give the man back. He got his Colt Python, so he's ready to go to war. Now, all of this, everything had led up to probably one of the best episodes of season 7, the episode 16.
Mm-hmm.
And in this episode, we find out Sasha and Rosita tried to sneak into the sanctuary to get Gabriel. Not Gabriel. They tried to get Ezekiel. They tried to get Eugene. Well, they actually, if I remember correctly, I don't remember if they knew. Well, no, they do know that he was there. At first, they were going to try to get him out, but then they were attempting to just go after Negan straight up.
Yeah,
it's just screw it. Even if it's a suicide mission, as long as we take him out, that's all that. And of course, Sasha runs in and locks out Rosita and says, "No, I'm doing this on my own. You get to live. This isn't your choice. It's not your fight. I'm doing this." Goes in, gets almost raped, by the way, and which was also a cutout from the comics. In the comics, this happened with a character named Holly who had a relationship with Abraham, which is the character role that Sasha's taking the role, where she gets kidnapped, gets almost raped, and she gets put into a coffin to be taken back to Alexandria. What happens? She tells Eugene, they're gonna try to use me to, they're gonna hurt everybody through me, and I can't let that happen.
Give me that poison capsule, son.
Bruh, he gave her the suicide pill, and what happens next is holy shit. Probably one of the best moments in that show's entire history. Let me tell you something.
When it comes to us as black folks, when it comes to Walking Dead, I will stay with that joke of that Walking Dead kind of like, if there's too many black people, somebody got to go. And I remember that was something that we joked on earlier on and stuff, especially when you got
Yeah,
to
the
prison. It was
black
like,
quote.
oh shit, T-Dog and a bunch of other black people, who's dying first?
Yep. And we didn't notice that. We're like, hold on, we got Michonne, we got Sasha, we got Ezekiel, we got Morgan. I'm like, bro, we got more than 5 black people that are on the show.
Homeboy with dreads, him too.
Oh no, see now Heath anymore because he's been gone since since midway season 7. He ain't coming back.
It's because he was filming. That was because he was filming straight out of Compton. So and also
he's been filming straight out of Compton, but that movie ended.
And also the 24 show too. So he'll probably pop back up. But
hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, Sasha dying. I was like, yeah, they gotta keep the black quota down and stuff. So unfortunately, she took the poison pill and she zombified.
I think it any more obvious that she was gonna go. Like half of the episode was pretty much centered around her. We see her having flashbacks with Abraham, which they used as an excuse to bring him back on the show. And actually, the flashback they had was the day that he died when they decided to help Maggie by taking her to the hilltop.
Yeah.
So that's where that whole flashback took place. And while this is happening, we don't know that she's dead yet. Rick and company, they come up with an idea of rigging the place with explosives. And the first person that got out of the truck when the Savior showed up was Eugene. Bruh, did you feel like no fucks were about to be given once I think it was either Rosita or Rick tried to push the trigger to blow up the truck?
Oh, shit was about to get real, and it was like, oh shit, Eugene, fuck, you can't.
But the thing is, they was like, fuck it, take him out. He's with them, take him out.
That shows you how much they give a shit about Eugene. It was like, oh, well, he's a lost cause. Kill him.
Now I wouldn't say that they didn't give a shit. They just kind of looked at him like, had to be here. This has to go down.
I don't know. It felt like if there was a character that had to get sacrificed, well, R.I.P. Eugene, he got to go.
Right, but it just didn't. It didn't happen. Not only did the explosion go off, but we find out that the scavengers had already been working with the Saviors.
Mm-hmm.
So we get some real craziness here. Sasha comes out of the casket. She attacks Negan, and you know something? This attack, I would say this attack where with Sasha as a zombie will mark the only zombie, the only death by a zombie to actually be taking place throughout this whole season.
Yeah.
Nobody got killed by zombies throughout all of season 7 except for the end. And in the end of it, in the middle of all this confusion, we see Carl go freaking John Wick on everybody. Did you see how he turned around, shot homeboy in the kneecap, then shot him in the head, and shot a couple of other people? He was going John Wick.
Look. Carl has been war ready since he started taking the reins of a gun. So this doesn't shock me in the least bit. So when I saw it, I was ass, but I'm not surprised. This is Carl. He had to get to that point.
It's I'm like, all right, this happened. Like Carl's doing good shit. This is good. Thumbs up to y'all. Come on, let's keep this going. Like what for us? And the next thing that takes place is we seeing people getting taken out left and right. And the whole time I'm watching this episode, I'm like, man, which major character is gonna go? Somebody's got to go. Well, pretty much find out the only major character that went was Sasha. We see she was on the roof of the house fighting the other, fighting that scavenger, and everybody assumed that, everybody that was on the show assumed that she was dead because we heard somebody fall and die, right?
Yeah.
Then we get probably the most oh shit moment in that episode when Carl gets kidnapped and Rick is forced to sit in front of him. Negan is telling him, look, I'm going to kill Carl right now. And I'm going to try to do it in one hard swing because I actually like him. If I had a kid myself, I really want him to be what they do.
Yeah.
This is why it hurts me so much to do this. So you want to see how big Rick's balls is. Feedback.
Oh shit. Hold up.
We good?
All right.
Uh,
Are we good now?
I'm here.
All right,
Your
cool.
feedback again.
All right. No feedback?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I'll say that ain't me. Not me.
Okay. All right, we good.
All right, cool.
So anyway, just to show you how big Rick's balls are, he tells Negan, dead to his face, you know what? You can do it right in front of me. You can kill my son. You can take my hands. Because I already told you that I'm going to kill you. All of you. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But nothing is going to change that. Then he leans over, whispers in his ear, you're all already dead. Like, yo, Rick!
See, it's amazing how it takes a whole season for Rick to get his balls back, but he finally got his balls back. I'm happy.
I mean...
No, that was progression. You had to see basically Rick at his lowest point, and you actually had to, for you to rally behind Rick as the main character, you had to rally behind him, seeing him build himself back up. You know what I mean? You saw him at the lowest, you had to see him, and that's the wonderful part about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just to finally for him to get on that note of not so much I got the juice now, but bring it, bitch. You know what I mean?
I mean, would you say we finally got Rick Tatership Rick back?
Yes, most definitely, especially at the end of this season, because right after he says all that shit to the Negan's face, Negan says, "Okay, cool. You said he was getting ready. He attempted to take the swing at Carl, shot out of a cannon comes Shiva the tiger and attacks the saviors, and the kingdom shows up. The kingdom shows up.
No, some real shit. I give that CGI and D is being sarcastic about a 9 out of 10. I'm being sarcastic because that shit look.
Listen.
It wasn't bad CGI.
When we dive, look.
It's the best they got. It's the best they're going to get it.
I think me and you joked about this D offline, and I think me and Sue talked about this. I was like, yo, yeah, I admit, when this season 8 happens and that tiger was dead, I was like, I'm pretty sure that the production crew was like, oh God, thank God he's just back into the production budget of this show again. God damn, thank God.
Man, I can imagine producers like, he did right. He did right. Good. Because I really hate the living shit out of our CGI team. I really do. They're some assholes. We can't do it.
Bruh, the tiger leaped in and attacked one of the saviors, and oh my God, probably one of the best gunfights to take place in an episode.
Yes, it is. It's a gunfight, man.
Bruh, you had like the music sounded like something like first of all, like the whole pacing of the gunfight, like the hilltop showed up, the kingdom showed up, everybody's got guns, everybody's shooting everybody. Hell, we got music that sounds like something that came from Carpenter Brute playing, and all this shit is going down. We get Negan, even when Negan is getting is getting overrun, he's like, man, that's a goddamn tiger. Like, you taste that, Simon? That's the taste of shit. That widow is alive. Guns are blazing.
Yo, dude, I think the first thing that would have came out of nigga's mouth was shoot the fucking tiger.
Yo, first off,
bro,
you know what that shit reminded me of when the tiger came out of nowhere? Again, I had like, yo, if you inserted fucking Dusty Rhodes saying he got a bicycle.
Dude,
there was so many things.
I go for the standard. The second that the tiger came out, surprise, motherfuckers.
You want to know what mine was? Like, you want to know what mine was? I'm sorry, Negan. I'm sorry. Tiger got out of the cage, okay?
Yo, meanwhile,
I need a tiger got out of the cage. It was super bad.
Yo, I'm rolling how fucking Ezekiel's secondhand dude just got a fucking big ass axe on his back like it ain't shit.
Hey man, it worked.
I know, right?
And boy, does it work when we dive into so as all this is going on, like, first of all, can we count the number of cameo guns that showed up? Notice that Negan was using the same gun that Snake in Escape from New York.
Hey, I'm just saying, I saw a lot of AK-47s, so that was actually dope.
I remember watching some live reactions to to that particular moment where Daryl shows up and he had an AK-47. Everybody looked at his gun like, where the hell did you get that gun from? Like, the hell kind of gun is that? Now, CJ, you've seen this type of AK-47 before, the one with the camouflage barrel.
Yep.
Yeah, like they've never seen that type before. Like, cause it had this weird sound to it. Like, it doesn't sound like a typical AK-47. I mean, bro, that's what ones.
Well, that was very simple because all Daryl did was get the DLC, and he got to have that. I don't know why y'all acting like this is new.
Hey, all I'm
Very
saying,
no, the camouflage part that got me on. That was it. I did kind of say that. I was like, that's different. I ain't say, only reason I say that because the whole the Python. You see certain weapons that's supposed to, I guess, quote unquote, match the character and all that. I didn't think about it till you just said it.
Hey, though. Shout out to not Mila Jovovich being part of that crew. I'm just saying.
Oh, freaking Jadis.
Yeah, Jadis.
I'm about to say.
I'm just saying, I like how Morgan was like, out of bullets, brother stick.
Yep, he pulls.
Brother Stick. No, you need a name better than Brother Stick. You need a name better than Brother Stick, man.
Morgan was like, I ran out of bullets. Time to use some stick time. Let's go.
Oh, no. See, first of all, he tried to use the machine gun. He ran out of bullets with that. He's like, all right, time to pick up Deacon Wood here.
Yeah, exactly.
Deacon Wood. You know what? I think that's what we guys call it now. Deacon Wood. That works. Yeah,
Deacon Wood, man, because he stabbed.
That does sound like an old nigga. That go to church every Sunday.
Look. He put Deacon Wood in the dude's face, and I was like, well. That's awesome.
Now, did you like how he got that one in, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, he picked up his pistol and started firing again. I'm like, okay, so he switched up. He went from sword master back to gunslinger. Shout out to DMC3.
Yeah.
and all this is going on. Everybody's firing guns at Negan in the truck, and bullet hit him while he's flipping them off.
I want to say plot armor. But I also want to say half the niggas is malnourished and we just don't know, and it just got bad aim.
Look, man, that nigga. Hey! To take a quote from a tweet, that nigga was eating beans. All right, so yeah.
So now war finally dies down. They find Sasha. They find zombie Sasha. They kill her, bury her. Rick and everybody, Rick and the community, are all in it together now. So they're one army. Cut back to the sanctuary. So, Eugene, Dr. Smarty Pants, you want to tell me exactly how she managed to wind up dead in that coffin?
Why you gotta be asking questions?
Now Eugene, of course,
asking questions, my nigga.
Now Eugene lying his ass off by pretending he's a doctor. He's like, if I would put two and two together, given the confines of that space in said coffin, she ran out of air.
I mean,
you get your nigga.
It's believable.
Bullshit fucking college. That's been Eugene's MO for the long
Phoenix
time.
University, and he didn't finish the course.
That nigga didn't even finish a semester. What are you talking about?
I like how even though he told him that, even Negan had that look on his face like, nigga, all right.
What do you know? Phoenix too, dog. What are you talking about?
That gift, that gift of Omar Epps, where he's like, really, nigga?
He had that look like, we'll see.
Son.
Now,
okay.
as for everybody else, we are going to.
And that's a good segue to season 8 because it's all out war. It's crazy. Shenanigans.
Okay, now season 8. Everybody was wondering how the hell is Rick and his team on. They open up the very first episode. Very first episode starts off with a freaking shootout. But before we even get the shootout, we get all of the guards, all of the snipers. Everybody's getting taken out silently. Now everybody's wondering how is Rick and crew able to do all of this? Like how are they able to pull off all this recon?
Did you not see the episode pre-Negan where they went through that fucking satellite area and they stabbed everybody in the fucking face and shit? And that
was only because they actually got they took someone who was actually there and said, yeah, the layout of this place. Let's go in there and do this thing. And they went in and got him while they were sleeping. Even though they did wake up and they had a gunfight. Now, what took place next, what we find how to do everything so fast and so quietly was they went and they managed to get somebody on the inside. Of all people, Dwight. Dwight, who's been playing double agent, because the Booth thing, Sherry is gone. Not only was she gone, but she was the reason why that Daryl escaped. And
Dwight had to do what he had to do, man. And hey, look, I was on team. I hope Dwight dies and shit. And then I was like, oh, all right then.
with me, I'm going off of like, nah, Dwight can't go. Not only is Dwight probably one of the most important characters, and yes, in the comic he is like he's kind of. If anything, the show Daryl is supposed to be like the show's Dwight, but once they got up to this point in the season where it exists, you got two characters you got two characters whose personalities are supposed to be similar, but they still try to keep them as separate characters on the show because we all know Harold and Goose of Walking Dead. AMC's not stupid enough to kill them off.
Hell no.
And now look,
Hell no.
AMC, they'll go and pull some shit out of their ass, and they know how to piss people off, but they won't do that.
True.
They won't do that.
Do you really think we gonna do some shit? There ain't no way to like because you told me that back in when we was talking about part of season 5 and season 6. You was telling me that ain't no way in the world Daryl goes. Do you? If they get rid of Daryl, that means the doom, and I don't want that shit to happen. and I kind of stand by that too.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Like Norman Reedus is the lifeblood of this, so it's like, yeah, can't do that.
Hell, you got Andrew Lincoln.
It's not even so much that he's a lifeblood. It's not even so much that he's lifeblood. He's one of the money makers for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
him.
That's really what it is. Ain't no lifeblood. That's like put it this way. That's like permadeath. That's like hitting permadeath on Vegeta. You don't do that shit.
Also,
straight up dumb.
Michonne and Rick are basically plot armor till the day the show ends. Basically,
well,
pretty much. And look, but then again, and I'm looking dead at you, Sue.
Mm-hmm.
We said that about Carl.
I said
we said
that. Hold on.
We
go now to that. Now the thing with AMC is this. First of all, AMC owns The Walking Dead. They own the television rights to that show. Like they actually own the show.
Yeah.
So with them owning the show, they pretty much have the right to do whatever they want to do. They can go through Kirkman and everybody else for for references or whatever, but they own the show. It's their show to do whatever they want to do with it. In fact, this is one of the few shows that AMC actually owns. When they created Daryl, because Daryl is actually a creation from AMC, so they're not going to get rid of him. He's not going anywhere. They could come up with a whole bunch of cannon fodder characters that can go. Hell, they could survive all season and they'll kill them off, but they're not going to get rid of him. Now with Dwight but going back to Dwight, he's playing the double agent. He's the one that's giving Alexandria and Hilltop and the Kingdom plans, schedules, and times of when snipers, lookouts, and everybody is doing X, Y, and Z. So they managed to take out all of these guys at at most of the outposts and sanctuary and cars. This is going off of issue 1. I believe this was issue 120.
Yeah.
Where they show up to the sanctuary and Rick asked for in the sanctuary to surrender. Now, they got guns pointed at Negan and all of his top lieutenants. Now, right there, one would say, hey, you guys got guns, armored cars. Murder them?
Well, then, that's the end of the season, and then we get to, we'll be end of the series, and then all of a sudden you have Rick doing the monologue. So again, guys, we were the Walking Dead. Burn.
They could do that. They could have done that, but they didn't. Rick has a plan for what he was doing.
Of course he has a plan.
And his plan was, I like how he imitated Negan by saying, "You're gonna make me count, Negan? Right? I'm counting. Since none of you want to surrender, you have 10 seconds."
Whoa,
I like how
whoa. Look at the motherfucking bowling balls this nigga got now.
or how about when he opened up the door and he says, "Well, shit, my bad. I was in a meeting.
Guess you got tired of my dick in your mouth, huh? All right. Well, there you go."
I don't understand this shit. Half a year. Look, I don't understand this shit. A season ago, you kept on putting up that same face you always fucking make. Now, all of a sudden, You want to rock with the nigga? All right, cool. Count me down, bitch.
This is now look, Rick. I'm going on here, and I value my people. I love my people.
Really?
And I really don't want to see them out here trading bullets with somebody over a game of my dick is bigger than yours. And trust me, it is. So,
Again. The only person that liked that line was DJ Sue because he came when you said that.
No, I was mad because he didn't go with the line that I wanted him to go with. Because this was actually probably one of the key moments from the comics that I marked out, where he brought in Eugene. I mean, not Eugene. Sorry, he brought in Gabriel, and everybody tell Gabriel has been siding with the Saviors, or more so playing both sides to see which one is like which one works in his favor.
It's a pussy move, but smart too at the same time. So
when Hilltop already made their when they made their claim they're sticking with Maggie no matter what. Did you like seeing Trevor Trevor from GTA, aka Simon, go off on him and say, you know what? I've invested a lot of time into you. I'm very, very disappointed, and he pushes him off the ledge. I love that off-screen thud.
Because they clearly didn't have the budget to show the actual thud, so it's like, and bam. Okay, there we go.
He just hit.
It wasn't. I was about to say it wasn't like your boy off on Ninja Turtles 3, man,
where he imploded into the water,
like speed zoom into the water.
So he starts counting backwards. So Rick starts counting backwards from 10. And I like how he gets to 7. You just hear shh, and they just start unloading bullets. Not at the Saviors. They start shooting at all.
Yeah.
Now here's the plan. This was their plan. The plan was to shoot out the windows. Not just by attracting the noise of gunfire to the walkers, because there was a huge herd that was making this sanctuary, and so by shooting out the windows, that was bringing more noise. And their plan was to box them in, box everybody so that they can't get out. Not only do you cut them off, not only do you box them in to where they're trapped inside, to where they're eventually going to run out of food, water, supplies, choices. Mm-hmm. Not only were they going to do that, but they were also going to take that time to go out and all of Negan's outposts. Yeah. And this was a really good plan that was working at first. But but going back to the part that I marked out on from the comics, right before this happened, Negan has a line where he's talking with Rick, and Rick is telling him, "Look, we don't have to do this. You can just surrender, and we can just go on. That's all I'm asking. We don't even have to start this war." So Negan says, "You know what? You got me painted into a corner here, and I'm pretty much narrowed down to 2 choices, Rick. And my 2 choices are no and go motherfucking fuck yourself." And with that, sniper shot. Somebody from Rick's crew actually got sniped in the gunfight took place. Now, in the comic book version, Rick's plan was whoever shoots first loses. So by doing that, they shot out the windows. The same thing they did in the TV show, did in the comics. Shot out the windows, which attracted the walk. And so now the walkers have pretty much stormed the place. Everybody's boxed in, and we see Negan on the ground trying to crawl away. Shot at, right? And Rick all of a sudden gets the freaking aiming skills of a stormtrooper because he cannot seem to hit this guy.
I mean, isn't that that's that quote for this whole series, man? It's like everybody got stormtrooper shot unless it counts.
And shots at him, and then comes Gabriel, which I'm thinking to myself, Gabriel, you've been given more than 5 lines of dialogue. Something tells me something's about to happen to you.
I don't think it's so much. You said stormtrooper aim. Do you know and I hate to break you up, but it's more like you remember in Guns of the Patriots where they said they can control when the soldiers shoot and all that crap like that.
Yeah,
Like
using
that.
SOP.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
He was no, but straight up, I was really aiming for Negan. I really did want to kill him right then and there. I would have said fuck the plan and just kill him. But again, flashback after flashback after flashback. Here's Gabriel. It's not about you. And this whole thing did start because of one person. But this isn't about you, Rick. It's not about you. So he lets him live, but then Gabriel decides, shit. Freaking, like, what's his name? Like, Gregory's on the ground. Let me go help him. And he gets tricked. My man got duped. He got left behind, and Gabriel decides to run inside, thinking that he'd been safe from the zombies. But come to find out, he's actually in the same room as Negan. This is where we get a very, very, very good episode. Arguably, this has probably been argued as one of the best episodes, where we see Negan develop into a quote unquote 3-dimensional character, all because he shed some backstory on himself. Gabriel says, "Hey, you know what? I think the real reason in this situation is because I'm here to take your confession, Negan."
I love that look that Negan had too.
You know, now how'd you like that awkward moment where Negan knocked down? No, just wanted to let you know that I did rope one out in that same spot that you were sitting in just prior before you came in here. So just letting you know you're gonna have to live with that.
Sit on that for a minute. Hold that L.
Hold that L for me.
You're gonna hold that. It's not immediate, but it's gonna come to you.
So Gabriel says, "No, you want me to work with you, but not until I get a confession. Like, everything that you've done, everything that got you to where you are, do you really feel proud of yourself?"
To which I was singing, "This is my confession." That's all.
Just about, think about all those wives that you had. Carl told me about them. Did you forced them against their will? Negan first of all, they made their choice. I gave them choices. They made the choice to be my wives. I didn't force them to do anything.
I call it bullshit because first off, I didn't tell them to suck my dick, but they sucked my dick anyway. That's basically what
but actually it goes on. This is actually true. You can't rape the willing.
You can't.
I know there's gonna be some girl, I'm offended. Well, you can't. That's how it constitutes as
he said it himself. Look, if anyone who understands the rules of the sanctuary for the women, you want to be one of my wives and give your husband's extra points to being part of my my top lieutenants. Cool. But here's the rule. You two can never get back. You two can never be together again. So, you can't fuck around. You got
hand clap emojis. Hand clap emojis. Give me that shit.
Yeah.
Now,
for the guys, you can have any other girl in the sanctuary all you want, but you can't touch your wife. Sorry, your ex-wife.
Look, yeah, it's a fucked up. It's a fucked up. Look, man.
You know what? As crazy that rule is, it works because all it does is just establish order. Negan. If there's anything, Negan knows how to establish order. His methods of doing it is not very scientific, but it works.
First off, the fact that you put scientific and Negan in the same category is just hilarious to me.
No, because real talk, and I'm going to the comics a little bit. Negan is probably one of the best strategists series.
Yeah.
It is. Seriously, you got to think, how does one man with a leather jacket and a baseball bat manage to survive the entire time of the zombie apocalypse?
I said that if we got to the zombie apocalypse, that will be the weak and the strong kind of deal, where it's like, Yeah, you're gonna get that one dude that really is gonna step up and just be like the alpha male, and all of us are just gonna be pussies if we choose to. So yeah, that's
Yeah, like it,
flight or fight kind
like,
of deal.
think about it. It's society where it's to collapse on itself. Governments, everything was just to collapse. There's nothing. Nothing is left. You're gonna have a group of people that are gonna look to somebody as a leader. And Negan took that role of being a leader. This is how he managed to run the Saviors, because when he got to the Saviors, the guy that was running it let the whole thing run to shit.
Yeah.
And he took over because he was strong and he was smart, which is what he explained to Gabriel. But he finally broke down and admitted how he's weak. So his very first wife, way before all this had took place, he did her dirty. Like he screwed around, like behind her back. Had a mistress. Come to find out that she was sick, had cancer, and when she died, she turned, couldn't put her down.
Mm-hmm. He left her in her room, pretty much turned and all that, and Negan survived. It's kind of funny when you read the comic, which DJ Sue begged me to look for it. I'm like, look, Nick, you're gonna have to give me some time. And I did trip over it. I really mean it. It was a really good read. Really, and it's not long either. Not that much dialogue that you have to comb through and none of that shit. But you do kind of see where it's headed. And, by the end of the book, you see where it's headed when it comes to a certain name.
Yeah.
And it kind of actually and it's kind of funny. Well, I already felt that Negan was already three-dimensional anyway. I really understand why people say that when they got to this point. You know what I mean? There's more to him than just oogie boogie boogie. I'm a bastard evil type of.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more to him. Even I could say even in season 7 you can see some of that leak out. But
yeah, you actually
it really shows up now. It really showed up after that.
Like you actually saw that he had a legit soft spot for Carl, because in his past life he was a gym coach. Like he was a high school gym teacher. And
I gotta admit, I didn't see that shit coming. I was like, gym coach.
I didn't either.
Huh.
Because I really thought I was going to go. If it wasn't for DJ Sue telling me about a quarter of that book, what went down in that, I would have guessed like, oh God, Negan, don't tell me you molested children and you were coach. Please don't. Because that was my first. Because you got to think about it. The zombie apocalypse brought the asshole out of everybody. So you know what I mean? I didn't know where it was going to go. But in
his case, he was just known for just breaking kids' balls all the time. Like he would always competitive. He'll play, like, instead of playing pool, which is what he's known for playing on the TV show. In the comics, he was all about ping pong. So he will play he'll play ping pong and he will beat the snot out of somebody, and then he would just talk so. And even it doesn't matter if you were a kid or a full grown adult, he will shit talk you and break. There is a
45-year-old. There's a 45-year-old right now in America who is a motherfucking monster and mad on teenagers right now. He does that exact thing.
It's like, you ain't shit.
Damn, coach, why you gotta be talking to me like that? Fuck you, you little bitch. Pick him like it's 21 skunk again, motherfucker. Fuck you coming up here for, like, nigga, stop cussing at kids. Like, he crying and shit. I let him get the Patriots. He still lost.
It's like, you some garbage.
It's 21 skunk. Look, let me hold the sticks, coach. I did. It's halftime, 54-0. Get your ass off. Get out of my garage. Get out of my garage.
Like, hold his dick,
because hold on. Right there. See, DJ Sue, see what I did there? I took it back to the comic where it was actually in his garage. See what I did there?
I like that. I like that. I respect that. So after he finally admits the time that he was actually weak to Gabriel, I like how Gabriel came out, hands him his gun and says, "You are forgiven." Takes the gun, punches him in the face, gives him the gun back and says, "Keep your gun. We're gonna need it to get out of here."
I was waiting for Gabriel to do the cross before he punched Negan. I was waiting for that. That would have been awesome.
You really think he was going to try?
I was really waiting for Negan to hit.
Sorry, you really think Gabriel was going to try to fight back? Come on.
I was waiting for it. I was kind of waiting for it.
I was going to hit the clearance with all tails in the hood. Oh!
This shit! Woo!
So, this shit.
Now we get shadowing here because they managed to pull a zombie inside. They kill it. They gut it open, and Negan breaking down the secrets. The secret Discord tech that he thought that but come to find out Gabriel knows about the zombie guts trick too. He said, "So, what we have here is a zombie that's been. What we have here is a walker that's been walking around soaking up the hot Virginian sun. You're talking about blood, shit, piss, bile, all of that just soaking up inside of this. And we got to cover ourselves in this, in this shit. Man, any of your people ever get sick off of this stuff?" Gabriel's response, "We're from Georgia."
Which I'm like, so nobody from Georgia was offended by this? No,
okay. We're from Georgia. We dealt with this before. So we're up in zombie guts, and they managed to wade their way through, back to the back to the main entrance, right?
Yeah.
Now, where all of this was taking place, because everything was all tight. It was such a tight stuff go down. We're shit. Jig was already up. And, they had to fight their way out. They managed to get out. And everybody was wondering, where the hell is Negan? Is Negan dead? What are we going to do? The workers are getting worked up because they can't get out and they can't leave the factory floor. They're expected to go back to work. The power is off. Everybody's getting really, really agitated. So they're like, look, man, if shit isn't going to work, people are going to die. In fact, anarchy would take place at the sanctuary if Negan wasn't there. Finally, Negan come. Actually, before Negan even came, I like how all the lieutenants sat down and said, "You know something? How did they pull this shit off? How is it that we're all having a meeting? The one time that we decide to leave from our outpost, we get together to have this meeting, and then they show up. Look." There's no coincidence. Somebody in here made all of that out there happen.
Somebody's snitching up in here. Who is it?
So
now, one of you niggas letting the shit out. Which one of y'all niggas?
Now, how nobody wanted to say nothing, and you clearly see the look on Dwight's face, and Eugene kind of has that look where he's even looking back at Dwight something's up with you. It's seem a little nervous.
You snitching or nah?
Then they found the bag, right? They found the bag that just happened to be covered in the same paint that Dwight's paint from him making those wooden chess pieces. He was making wooden chess pieces and he painted them. Same paint from that bag came from his chess set. So immediately Eugene figured out that the was Dwight. But of course, he could have told Negan, because he did say, "You know what? I could tell Negan about this. This is actually some big news that I could tell him." And Negan finally comes back, right? He says, "So, y'all, so I understand that you guys seem to think that I might have been dead, might have been taken out by the walkers and all that. But no, I need you guys to understand who I am. My name is Negan. I wear a leather jacket. I carry a baseball bat, and my nutsack is made of steel." And
that was literally Negan doing the, "Hi, I'm Tyrone, and I come to fuck your wife."
My man said, "Look, I'm not going anywhere until I am damn well ready." And
nuts on the table. What?
And so he really said, "And you see, that is how I am strong."
That remind me of that Dave Chappelle thing he said in his comedy special with that transvestite that pulled his old dick and just threw it on the table. "Let's talk, gentlemen."
says, like, so he says, hey, so he tells the Saviors, hell, so I want you guys to take Gabriel to room number 2. And he's kept prisoner there. Now we find out that Gabriel has an infection of some kind. I'm wondering how what the hell did he get sick off of? Yes, he got punched in the face and had a note and bled out a little bit, but and he covered himself in zombie guts, which led a lot of theories to the whole zombie guts like getting in the open wounds is what is going to kill you.
Fucking zombie, though. I mean, I'm just saying
that will turn you into a zombie. It wouldn't even. Not only would it turn you into a zombie, but that alone would kill you.
I was thinking that, or tetanus or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we don't see nothing. Like we don't see any injury or anything. We just come to find out that he's been infected with. He has an infection of some kind, and it looks like he's about to go, man. Because you seen how his eyes got real dark.
Yeah.
Pale. I'm like, bruh, Gabriel, you looking like you about to go. So cutting from there, we go a little further into nothing but just gunfights. Like it has been gunfight after gunfight after gunfight leading up to episode 8 in season 8. And in the middle of this, I got to ask you guys this question. Did you like seeing what's his name? Aaron's boyfriend Eric say, you know what? I might have a cast, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to shoot people.
Yeah, I was fine with it.
I think at this point you have to. I think at this point, with the all-out war, you have to, because it's almost like on World War, where it's like, well, we have men that got diphtheria, but they're out on the battlefield. It feels like that. Fuck it. Just go out there and fight.
He went out there. He went out there and he went out like a G. I'll be honest. I actually like he's out because in the comics, Eric also dies, but. This is something that we got. Well, we didn't. Here's what we didn't get in the TV show. In the comics, Eric gets taken out by years at the outpost, and when he gets killed, Aaron goes blood drunk. He murders so many saviors at that outpost. But it didn't happen.
So he goes straight up wide earth off of. Oh
yes.
No.
Like bro, think of the final shootout scene from the Wild Bunch, but just had to be done by one person.
True.
But we didn't get that in the TV show. But in a way, we did kind of get that. But we got it through another person, and that was at a different outpost. And I'm gonna get to that outpost in a minute. So at this outpost, we come to find out that they weren't just shooting. They weren't trying to get headshots or kill on I'm sorry. They weren't trying to kill the saviors all the way. They wanted to kill them just enough so that they can come back as zombies. Because you notice that they weren't moving in; they were killing them from a distance.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
now, even though that was happening, some of Team Alexandria did get killed. We see Francine get killed. Eric gets killed. Hell, Tobin almost got killed. A number of characters did go, but they managed to take over the place. Now, also at a different outpost, Rick and Daryl were storming this. They're storming this outpost. Come to find out, the place was empty. It was been empty so far, and we see the return of a character that, quite honestly, nobody asked for. CJ, did you ask for the return of Morales?
Not really. I particularly didn't. It's one of those. I didn't see that coming, but okay. I guess.
Did you really care? I mean, did you really want to know what happened with him?
Not really. I'm just like, oh, he's back. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, he comes back and he's a savior. I'm like, okay.
Because how do you? I was like, this is a character. It's like, oh shit, we haven't seen him since season 1, and he's a savior. Huh.
Yeah. Huh. Of course, we find out. Not only is it just him, and I'm like, yeah, I already know what happened. Wife and kids dead. He went crazy. Yada yada yada. And I was right the whole time. I said, you know what? That's how he became a savior. Somehow he managed to make his way up to Alexandria and become part of the Saviors.
Gotta be real, Grant, because he held that arrow in his head. So yeah.
Man, you want to talk about? God, you want to talk about like that reason?
That was just like that's the equivalent of like if Dragon Ball Super brought back what was the Native American dude from Dragon Ball?
Oh, which one?
The Native American dude from Dragon Ball that Goku helped out.
Oh God, I forgot. I really forgot. I know which one you're talking about.
Scratch that. That would be like a Dragon Ball Super brought back Nam for the fucking tournament. It's like, what the fuck is Nam doing here?
No, they bring him back and he gets taken out.
And it's like, oh well, shit. He was here for 2 episodes and he's gone. It's like,
so you mean TN?
No. See, here's the thing, D. TN has TN holds value over.
I know.
We're talking about a character that hasn't been seen since a filler FD, and he shows back up in Super.
Yeah.
Like that.
But it would have been all but it would have been all good if it was on General Tao though. So I'm just saying.
First off, sir, when you kill somebody with your tongue, you gotta put some respect.
Not only that, I'm quite sure that that somebody would have caught that damn tree.
Which
because General Tao would have General Tao he would have toe tapped the tree in half and then heaved that bitch at somebody.
Which side note, Mercenary Tao's oral game must be on point. That's all I'm saying.
Oh Jesus. I want to come back. I don't have nothing. I can't even tell Chris to shut up. I can't even I can't agree with him, but I'm not going to disagree.
I'm just saying.
I don't know how to feel.
The shit is killed.
Shit is killed. Shut up. Shut up.
So guys, we're at this point during this all-out war where let's be real, AMC is giving you what you wanted. Everyone complained bored with season 7, and then they felt like the latter half of season 7 was a step in the right direction because we finally got a big ass gunfight that took place and the good guys won for the moment. But when you asked, really be careful for what you asked for. You guys wanted an all-out war. You got an all-out war where everybody was gonna get it.
Yeah,
anybody can get it.
Look, man, they do not. They left it. But the way this season 8 finale, mid-season finale, kind of went the way it went. It was like, well, that seems like a possible place. Because let's be real about this. Yeah, Shiva dies, and I was very.
Oh, well, before we even get the Shiva going, first of all, you kind of knew that Shiva was gonna go. We see a little bit less of Shiva throughout the season. Throughout season 8, and they had to bring Shiva back. I said to myself, okay, we got a whole Ezekiel episode, a whole Ezekiel centered episode. This can't be good. He already had 2 good episodes to himself. He's one bad one.
That sucks. Where it's like this motherfucker getting a little bit too much screen time.
No. It's fine if he gets screen time. It's when we have a whole episode dedicated to him, and he already had 2 decent episodes where nothing catastrophic happened to him.
Yeah.
So we get this shit where they took out a bunch of saviors in the woods, and they kept going to outposts. They thought they took out the saviors at one outpost, but come to find out that was only just the courtyard. Way off in the tower, bro, all the kingdom's fighters got slaughtered by that 50.
I mean, if you didn't see that shit coming, I don't know what to tell you.
See, that's why this is why I like Carol, because Carol was like, all right, look, this is not the time to celebrate. We need to check around these rooms. We need to make our way over to. I need to check over here first, make sure this shit is secure. Don't stand out in the open. Just saying.
First off, Carol's been on point since her husband got killed. So yeah, you gotta listen to her. You gotta. Listen.
She had a catchphrase that everybody won't let go of. So
yeah, look at the flowers.
Goddamn flowers, nigga.
Which I'm pretty sure she told like a random savior, look at the flowers. He's like, what the fuck does that mean, man? Oh, there you go.
All right, I'm gonna look at the flowers. I guess.
No, she don't even have to tell you to turn around, look at the flower. She'll hold a flower up and say, "Look at this." He looks at it, bam, headshot.
Just face headshot. It's like, wow, man. You see a shot in the face by Carol. Who knew?
But what we got though was we got this crazy shootout where the kingdoms fighters they all get slaughtered and turned, and the only ones that are left alive are Ezekiel, Jerry, and Carol. Everybody else is dead. And finally the Shiva show back up, and I was already feeling it coming because they found their way towards that. I think where were they? They were at a swamp, and I said, "Oh damn!" I said, "This is." I said, "It's happening, isn't it?" I was like, "Don't." I was like, "Don't do it."
Like,
I'm like, "Come on,
please,
I'm like, AMC, don't do it." I'm like, "Please don't do it, man." I'm like,
Start hearing the music from Platoon. Start hearing the music from Platoon.
man, because not only has Ezekiel probably had one of the worst days ever, seeing all of his people get killed, believing in him and fighting for him.
Gotta be real,
Like,
Ezekiel. Gotta be real, man. Ezekiel had a typical 2 days to retirement. It's happening.
I mean, but you know something? He wanted to die. He was ready to die at that point. He's like,
Yep.
"Yo, just kill me. Get it over with. Just go ahead. You took out my crew. Like, you took everybody else out. It's just me. I have nothing left. I don't even know where Shiva is anymore. Just kill me already."
He went Lieutenant Dan. You never go full Lieutenant Dan. That's all I'm saying.
You don't do that.
You don't go full. Yeah, you never do. You're
Now
not.
the way that this happened, and I explained this to to D. What happened in the comics is, the way Shiva died in the comics was actually through it was actually through a voiceover, a back, like kind of like a fleck from Ezekiel telling the story to Michonne. He told about how it was a slaughter. He lost his men. He was all alone. He was almost overrun by zombies, and Shiva shows up out of nowhere. Like, I was hoping that she would have been preoccupied doing something else. I did not want her to come and save me, but that's what happened in the TV show. He was telling Jerry, like, "Look, Jerry, you and Carol just get out of here. I'll only slow you down." He's like, "You're my king. I have to get you to safety." "No, I am not. I'm not your king."
Oh yeah.
It was a farce. It was a farce.
He's like, "Go, man. Look at the front of us. That's the reality. Just go." He's like, "I ain't nobody, man. I'm just some guy. I'm just some guy that found fucking Shiva shows up and saves him."
Oh, man.
I was like, "Yo," I was like, "Come on, AMC. You can pull you can pull a swerve out of your ass and make Shiva get away." No. There was too many zombies.
AMC looked back at DJ Sue. That's a good story. Do you know how much this fucking tiger costs us every damn episode she shows up?
She's only been in 3. Like, she's only been in 3 episodes since this season started. The fuck are you worried about?
They turn to the SpongeBob meme. You ain't been in 3 again.
I'm like, what are you worried about? But no, Shiva went out fighting. I will give it. Shiva definitely went out fighting. But man, did Ezekiel look broken?
I mean, I've seen plenty of people out here get broken up over their pet dying and stuff. I mean, we've seen white people.
Do you know how long it'll tiger not to rip his fucking face off, my nigga?
No, that's true. That's true.
I mean, when you're a zookeeper and you actually save that tiger's life when she was a cub and you pretty much been around her entire life, you would grow attached to it.
Of course you would.
And I felt for him. But of course, Carol, tried to give him that pep talk, tried to bring his spirits back up and say, "Look, man, be the king." At first, I didn't believe any of this stuff, but I believe in you. You are the one to lead these people. "No, I can't. You can do it though. I can't do this. You're their king. You were here before me.
You know what? You know what it was like when Lieutenant Dan put that ice cream in that fucking
when he put the ice cream in. God, what was that?
In a fucking damn bedpan. He just put the ice cream in the bedpan and just put it outside. That was Ezekiel right there. Like, I don't fucking care. I'm done.
It's like I just can't do it. Now we see how slowly everything is starting to fall apart. Hell, you got Daryl going rogue on everybody. Like, what started out originally as the bromance between Daryl and Rick, we see brothers fighting each other because Daryl has an idea. Hey, we got the 50 cal, we got the dynamite, we got a whole bunch of explosives. We can go and end this shit. No, we stick to the plan, Daryl. Daryl, we stick to the plan.
Fucking Daryl, Mr. YOLO, and that fucking damn bazooka and shit. He been on that.
Oh, speaking of bazookas and continuity, how about Michonne and Rosita going to that other that it wasn't an outpost, but it was a cache. It was a cache that had a whole bunch of stuff, and they found that truck that had the speakers on it. They were going to use to try to lure the zombies away. Rosita sneaks inside and grabs herself an RPG. I didn't know that RPGs, when you shoot them, when you shoot somebody, they burst into flames.
Huh, that was kind of interesting. It's like, so you didn't have a budget for an explosion, so we just burst into flames, huh? All right.
Just burst into flames. No guts, no nothing. Just straight up After Effects explosion. Insert here. Okay.
I mean, I was told by
After Effects explosion.
I mean, look, I was told by Alpacare after Daryl's 14 dudes with bazooka that you just instant exploded. So what the fuck, man? I'm just saying. Like,
Nigga, you just invoked Alpacare.
I'm just saying, Daryl fucking shot a bazooka at like 15 bikers, and there was dead and guts and stuff everywhere. Was that shit? I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know that shit became a meme too. Rosita shot somebody with a rocket launcher, and they just burst into flames. I'm like, okay, all right, AMC. So we're not gonna talk.
Person immortal? Was he a Highlander? I don't know.
Well, see, that's the reason why we had to get rid of Shiva. See now it don't make no sense. I don't know what y'all.
You know what? Somebody actually made a joke about that because since this did take place in that very next episode, we say, we know after Shiva's death, could come up with a better explosion than that, huh? So yeah, with Daryl going full rogue, he decides, hey, you know what? Screw this. I'm taking them out. Like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the zombies get inside the sanctuary. They're gonna flood in. The workers on the other side of the factory, so nobody will be like, no one's gonna get killed. They're gonna get in. They're gonna have no choice but to surrender. They got. So while this plan
this fucking logic, bro.
Now here's the thing: his plan sounds good on paper until he actually did it. Michonne was with him, and even she said, hey, like, Daryl, what we're about to do, it just isn't worth risking. Something really tells me that we just shouldn't be doing this. Like,
it's like now you have reservations. What the fuck?
Actually, because hell, what's her name? Rosita. Even she said, "Nah, I'm out. This don't sound good. It's not a good plan. Hell, the plan we already got going on is working. Leave them boxed in. We took out their outpost. We should be fine. Just stick to the plan, Daryl." Nah, I gotta do this.
Cause he's fucking Daryl. He has to do this.
So yeah, Daryl has to do this because reasons. Oh, and of course his reason nowhere. Like out of nowhere, our boy Morgan comes back, which we haven't seen too much of him in season 8, have we? Ever since he decided to go straight up equalizer on everybody at that outpost because he got shot at. Bro, tell me that didn't look like something out of Equalizer.
Hey, this is back up though. Side note, we find out Daryl's character actually is going to be on Fear the Walking Dead, which I gotta ask.
You mean
Morgan's going to be on Walking Dead on Fear the Walking Dead? To which I'm like, is the Deacon Stick going to be on there as well?
I think I don't know. I really don't know. Cut up with Eastman right after he buried Eastman. He was already making his way towards Terminus. He was Yeah, that was like right after the fact. So no. If anything, this is gonna be probably before. You know what? I would say a part of it had been. It might take place like sometime after he and Dwayne split up. Well, probably after Dwayne and he went crazy. I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting point. Like wherever this takes place, we're gonna find out. We'll know.
Yeah.
If anything, this might be. We might see, like his role in Fear the Walking Dead. We might see actually drove him crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
If they decide to go that route, since this is a prequel. But anyways, he went equalizer on everybody in that at that outpost, just one shotting everybody with pistols, dual style pistol whipping everybody.
Waiting for him to bust out a fucking nail gun and shit, just like do. I'm like, all right, well there you go.
So and then we get some Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon stuff when we get a fight with.
First off, for it to be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, he has to be walking on air, and that clearly
doesn't
does happen.
But even though they were in the forest and easily knowing Jesus and how oh my God he's agile he is, he could easily ring up a tree.
See, now I need a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 3 with fucking Lenny James in the movie just because it's like, what's the black man doing in China? I don't care. He's walking on air. I'm fine with this.
I mean, bruh. Jesus could have easily did that freaking off the wall move, like the off the wall move from Tekken.
But first off, we'll allow that because when you're named Jesus, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can. So, but we find out that Jesus decides, hey, let's take the surrendered. So we're taking them prisoner and we're gonna take them back to the hilltop. Morgan, being the smart one, you do realize that Maggie is not gonna like this. Nobody is really going along with this plan except what are you trying to prove? Well, you know what? There's going to be an after this. People are going to still be alive after this war is over. We still have to live with these people. Do you really just want to just kill every last one of them? Morgan. Yeah. I mean look, you turn no matter what. There is no helping them. They're gonna come back after us and they're gonna kill us
like
again.
There's an end game to this shit. Y'all act like this. Yeah.
Think you're gonna go home and be a family man? What's going on here?
So what you think by just letting them go and letting them go after they surrender that they're not gonna try to come back and do this to us? Come on, man. You turn no matter what. It comes back. So that's why he said I can't be a part of this. And that's when he goes to the sanctuary and finds Daryl and decides to go along with the plan. Now, plan works, but I would say about as much as it's gonna work. The zombies get in, and the workers happen to be inside. They happen to be on the same side that Daryl said that they wouldn't be in. So we see a lot of people in the sanctuary get killed. And
I expected that to happen. I was like, well, there's gonna be lots of deaths. Why not?
Now, while all this was happening, prior to this happening, Ezekiel tries to come up with a plan to help the being stuck. So he decides to take that iPod that he gave to Sasha, take the speaker out of that, and have it play music, hook it up with some wiring, do some straight up DIY Walter White shit. Made his own little glider and everything, and notice that he was recording. He was making like pre-recorded messages to himself, outlining everything. Shows up and tells him not to fly the plane, and that was Dwight. Now, bear in mind, he still had the recorder on. Mm-hmm. Everything that he was saying, everything that Dwight was saying to Eugene was being recorded. He said, "I want Negan to die. I'm helping Rick and everybody else. I want the sanctuary to fall." All that was being recorded. This is where he came up with the idea of, hey, I figured out a way for us to, and I got something else that's really gonna shake things up. So when he told him, when he told Negan what it was, he said, "Well, to tell you the truth, I can get the PA system turned back on." Wait, that was it? That was your big story? Sorry, let's just say that type of stuff just turns my crank. I'm like, oh, so you didn't snitch. All right.
It's like, so clearly that was your plan. That was plan.
Because he was going to tell him. He really was going to tell him. He's like, hey, you know what? I got two choices in front of me. Behind door number one, like behind door number one, I could fly this plane and end up being dead. Or or number two, Negan is going to kill me if I don't get us out of this. Like, if I don't get us out of this situation. So hell yeah, I'm doing this. If you really think I'm scared of somebody, if you really think I'm scared of you after I already chomped down on your chode, it's true. I gotta say, I gotta say, Dwight, the guy bit you in the dick. I really don't think he's afraid of you anymore.
First off, I don't like to hear the words "bite on dick." That's what you're just saying. Can't just say that.
Just saying, man. It happened, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So they managed to get out. And then we fast forward a little bit. Carl, actually, we ended up on the 100th episode. Yeah, this is the 100th episode of Walking Dead. And in this, we get a callback to the very first episode where Rick shook the car. He's got the gas can and everything. You know, he sees like all the abandoned cars and all the people that are dead. He sees all of this. Carl pretty much does the same thing. So that was a nice little Easter egg. And instead, we get introduced. Now, this character is somebody that Carl actually wanted to help. And he eventually goes back and finds him. Like, he goes looking for him. And this is when we're introduced to Sadiq.
Yeah.
Now, Sadiq, he's not necessarily a minor character. He actually is. He ends up becoming a major character after the All Out War, in the comics. And in fact, in the comics, he actually had a secret Rosita.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering when Rosita was actually going to, get something happening for him, for her, after fucking Abraham died and stuff. So, kudos.
So I was on character just period from the show because I don't know, it to me it felt like it felt like AMC just put him there just you know what I mean?
It's like we need another person of color. All right, can it be black? Nah, they have to be something else.
Not even some type of thing. Okay, all right. Yeah, that played a little bit of role in it, but it just felt like he was just added on. That's all.
Well, no, he wasn't added on. If anything, this just became like a kind of like an origin. In the comics, he was just there. Like he was never found or anything like that. And plus, he came in after the time skip. So in the comic, on the TV show, Carl finds him.
Yeah.
And so he decides to take him back. Now they get ambushed by some walkers, and things look really, really intense because it looked like Carl was about to be done in. At least that's what we were led to assume. But he manages to get up. Just Carl, you don't notice it the first time you watch it, but you go back and watch it again. Carl is different from how he was when he first found Sadiq. So they go back. And he hides him. Andrea. Now, while he's there, he's telling Rick, look, is there an end game? What is the point to all this fighting? Why are we even fighting them anymore?
Yeah.
So that they don't kill us? This is just gonna the cycle is just gonna repeat over and over again because even if we take out them, someone else is gonna come in and the cycle is just gonna repeat all over again.
Yeah, it seems like the cycle when it comes to Walking Dead anyway is like, oh yeah, we just repeating itself. History repeats itself essentially. And
so he tells him, look, there are other ways that we can do this. We don't have to. We really don't have to fight them. Does it really happen with just killing all of them? So he gives his father something to think about, and we notice, and I noticed that this episode was centered around Carl about 5 minutes too, and. And so I'm thinking, all right, so we got a Carl-centered episode. All right, this ought to be interesting. We haven't seen much of him in a while. Let's see where this goes. So at this point, we are at issue 125 mixed in with 126. We find out that the Saviors managed to get out. But not only do we find out that we got out, Rick finds them. I mean, Rick finds an empty sanctuary. But before he found the empty sanctuary, he had to take a little detour, take a little trip down to meet up with the scavengers again. This time he gets taken prisoner, and Jadis decides, no, I'm gonna keep you prisoner. I'm gonna make a sculpture out of you, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep you here.
So he thinks.
You do. He's like, you do. I got my people with me. They're watching my every move, and if I don't come back, they're going to come back here and destroy this place. So do we have a deal? Smiles, looks at him. No. He gets taken prisoner. He gets taken prisoner.
You should have took the deal. Just saying.
He gets taken prisoner, and he is forced to fight Winslow 2.0.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, when he fights Winslow... Oh, what's up, D?
I was like, I'm mad you said 2.0.
That's what he was. You know what's so sad is that this version, like this version of the armored Walker, was a shittier version than Winslow. Personally, I like Winslow was a lot better than this one because this one got taken out way too easily. Even though Rick was tied up, like his wrists were tied, and he managed to beat the brakes off of 3 scavengers and take down Jadis 2.0 all in one go.
Gotta be real about this. Winslow 2.0 looked a little too clean.
Yeah. I mean, I like how he was holding Jadis very, very close to Winslow.
He was a gentrified version of Winslow. Let's put it to you that way.
It was. He was holding it down and said, look. He said, look, man, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here, and I'm going back to my people. Now, you can join up with us and fight. And then after all that, you can sit around here. You can pick up your garbage. You can do your sculptures, draw your pictures, whatever the hell you want. Just fight with us. Deal. Yes or no? Jadis finally agrees, and they join up with Rick. And when they make their way towards the sanctuary, and they notice why. I mean, we finally get the answer why Rick had the camera to begin with of everything. He was taking pictures of every time they took out an outpost to prove to the scavengers that, hey, we took down Negan's outpost. He's outnumbered. We got an army. You come along with us and end this, and you can reap some of the rewards. So when they noticed that the sanctuary was different from the pictures, I like how we get a gun with Rick, and immediately the scavengers ducked out. They said, fuck this shit, chucked them deuces up and hopped in the truck and drove off.
Never mind this shit.
So, Carol and Jerry show up and pick up Rick, and then they take another car and they go off in their separate directions. Now, they decide to go to, Rick has to go back and try to warn everybody that the Saviors got out.
Yep.
Now, night falls, and we noticed that that Maggie and Jesus are trying. They were on their way somewhere, and then they noticed a log in the road. They get stopped by Simon and the Saviors. Jerry was kidnapped, taken prisoner, and held hostage. He said, look, everybody, I'm going to need give me your guns. Yeah, we're doing this. So give me your guns. Alexandria, if they're not making things difficult for us, hang our hat there. As well as the kingdom. So yeah, but fortunately for you, it's your lucky day, Hilltop. You've been given a chance to keep producing for us. We're not going to move into your place. But I'm going to have to kill one of you, though.
Well, you knew that was coming. Come on now.
Oh no, man! It is the law. It is the law of It is the law of post-apocalypse. That's how it is. It's equivalent exchange. Is really what it is.
Body for a body, dog.
The same,
though. If you want this, somebody got to go.
Now, I like how he was about to take out Jerry, but he says, "No, it's okay. I got this. And he's Neil, who was sitting right behind Maggie. And so now look. Now, did I make my point? It's fine. Fine. I want the box. Just so I can take Neil home and bury him. Can you do that for me, please? Sure.
Why not?
Sure. Gave him the box. They go back, right? And again, showing off how badass, how just how zero fuck she gives. She pulled the savior that held Jesus hostage and said, "Hey, this is the one that tried to kill you, right?" Yeah. She pulls out a gun and shoots him dead on sight, right there in front of everybody. And I like how after she put Neil inside the box and buried him, she wrote a message on the casket that said, "We have 38 more."
Yeah.
So yeah, saviors kill one of our own, so I'll kill one of theirs.
The ovaries the size of motherfucking grapefruits, nigga. I'm telling you.
It is not a game. Maggie is not playing. Now,
She ain't.
cut back to Alexandria. You may be wondering why your lookouts didn't say anything. See, we are polite. Now, you guys have came into our place and made a goddamn mess of everything. But I just wanted to come back from everybody. So let's just cut through the cow shit and just call it what it is. It's over. You lose.
Fireball.
Everybody start making up apologies, and the blamest apology is gonna get killed. If not, if you don't come out in the next 2 minutes, we're gonna start bombing the shit out of you.
Well, yeah. Doesn't go exactly.
So what is again Negan quoting himself in the comics? You brought this on yourself, Rick. Tried to take on the situation that was bigger than you. So you have to go. Scorched earth, you dick.
Firebomb, bitch.
And right before they was about to shoot bombs away, in comes Carl. He's not home. Well, look at here. Opening up the door like a big boy. So your dad's not home, huh?
I'm surprised that he ain't turned back to everybody else. Hey, everybody, look! It's Carl!
I'm mad he didn't do that. He said, "So your dad's not here, huh?"
What's her Cyclops?
X-Men reference. Don't you read, kid? Don't you read?
Jesus. So we get this moment.
I'm sorry. Thanks to Chris, I can't look at Carl. Thanks to Chris.
Why?
I guess he didn't see that.
Oh Jesus! Not that
Thanks
one.
to Chris saying that so many. Every time I see Carl shoot and it kind of misses.
First off, I already kind of ready when we get to this, so I'm gonna let Sue continue on this.
Go ahead.
All right. So what happens next is we get this moment. We get this real moment of agging on Carl and telling him, look. I'm sorry, son. It is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do. Negan, kill me. Just kill me. If this puts a stop to everything, just kill me.
Whoa. Hold up. You real right now, though?
That's hot in the streets.
That look on Negan's face was exactly like that. It was halfway, the halfway laughing look he always have. Yeah. But it's like, wait.
You're not joking, are you? Oh shit, you're really serious, kid.
I just want your bitch ass daddy. I didn't want you.
Carl lets it be known, look, is this really what you want to be remembered for? What you want to be known for? like how you want to be looked at for the rest of
Yo,
you know.
shit. Like, is this what you want Jesus to remember you for?
You know, it's like, look, they're kids. They're children here. You know, there's children in this, like in Alexandria. My little sister is in here. I don't want people to die. Yeah, I had kids too at the sanctuary. Even had a baby at one of the outposts. Never did figure out what happened to her. She's at by the way, she's at the hilltop. Just saying.
When you say some shit like that, I'm assuming that she's dead or something. That's all I'm saying. When he said that.
Yeah. That's because Negan didn't know. He had no idea. He knew that the outpost was taken overrun, but he knew about anybody and everybody at all of his outposts, and he had no idea that there was he had no idea that the baby was taken to the hilltop. That Maggie has it.
Yeah.
So he said, "Look, none of this is fair, kid, but I got to do what needs to be done." And so one distraction later, the Crux managed to bust through the walls and drive away, creating a diversion. Negan looks back up to see Carl. Carl's gone. He said, "What the hell? Like, Carl, I thought you were serious. I thought we had a moment here, you little asshole."
This is what I get. Fucking kids. Kill them motherfuckers. This is what I get.
This bitch.
Don't be telling me shit, nigga. I already know. God damn it.
So they start launching at into Alexandria, blowing up every damn house. Now this, I didn't think they were gonna pull this off all the way, but they did do it. It happened in the comics, but the way they did it in the comics is a little different. If they were to really go over in the comics, what they would have, if they really wanted to follow the comics, they would have did this when Sasha came out as a zombie. But the thing is, Sasha came out as a zombie and attacked Negan instead of coming out and attacking like Rosita or something after they walked her across the gate. And at that point, they would have started launching grenades and blowing everything up. But I guess they couldn't do it at that time. It'd have been way too much for them to try to do them and squeeze into one episode. So everything's getting blown up. And we noticed that Carl is struggling a little bit. Notice that he's moving kind of slow. Dude, like Carl, this isn't normal you. This isn't get in the house, Carl, where you think you're in the house, then we turn around and all of a sudden you're out here with us. Like, how the hell you get here so damn fast? Carl's moving slow. After all the explosions and everything that took place, he managed to get out. He ninja'd his way into the sewer by using a smoke bomb. And finally, Rick gets back to Alexandria. And by the way, Ezekiel just to finally pull up his freaking bootstraps and actually save his people by turning himself in and making himself prisoner. Yep. But I'm thinking Morgan is probably jump in and try to bust him out or something. I don't know. Between Morgan and Carol, I think that's what's going to happen. They're probably going to try to save him, or at least attempt to save him. But with Rick coming back to Alexandria, he gets into his house looking for Carl. You get you get ambushed by Negan. We get some dialogue exchange between the two of them. Negan says to you know something? Did you know that your boy volunteered to die? The hell kind of son are you raising, Rick? But it's okay. I'm gonna fix him up good. So I'm gonna fix him up. I'm gonna make him one of my top guys. I like how he tried to launch himself at Negan. Negan smacks him down, hits him with Lucille talking more trash, and we actually get a legit question, probably the most legit question that somebody has ever. Rick looks him dead in the eye and say, "Do you ever shut the hell up?"
People don't like talking. He doesn't like it.
He just looks at him like the whole time he's talking. He's like, "Do you ever shut the hell up, Negan?" Nope.
I was about to say, nah.
Like, nope.
And what type of character will I have?
He takes a swing at him. He blocks the swing, right? He manages to knock Negan down after hitting him. He grabs Lucille and attempts to hit him with it. I'm like, you finally got Lucille in your hands. Bruh, aim for the head. Why are you... Look, you don't have a gun. Why are you attempting to gun butt Negan with a bat? What are you doing, Rick?
Rick has never held a bat ever in life.
Apparently not. I'm like, bro, you are gun butting with a bat. What are you doing? Like, look, I would give you points. I would have accepted that this was an attempted gun butt, but no, you have to be taking a swing, not a gun butt. You have no gun in your hand. You do not gun butt with a bat.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of folks, I remember folks on Twitter and all of us when we were talking, because I had stopped live tweeting Walking Dead like season 6. I've just been watching it and just kind of looking at everybody. But when he grabbed the bat, I think all of us echo what you were saying, where it's like, yo, hit that motherfucker in the head. What are you doing? No.
It's like, aim for the head. What are you doing? It's out and runs away.
And here comes the pretzels.
Like, pretty much.
No bullshit. Thank you. I was just about to say something on that. Hey, that's the best way to say it. And here comes the pretzels.
So,
dude, you had a chance.
Hey, man, after you get tossed out of the window of your own house, I wouldn't go back to it either.
Got fucking Jazzy Jeffed and shit.
Yep. So, we see the only savior that's still in Alexandria. Everybody else done went home. This is the only one still stuck around. He's like, everybody's dead. The kid's dead. All your friends are dead. You don't say that to a black woman who's already on edge with a...
You really don't. You're on your death warrant right after that point. It's like, you're dead, dog. Just putting that out there.
Like Michonne, yes, he may have grabbed you. Like, he may have bound your arms by grabbing you from the back, but just go ahead and shiv this guy already. Yeah, yes, that's right. Run him into the wall, step half away.
I was like homeboy from fucking Ghostbusters 2. He was like, would you slime this guy already? Slime him.
Yes. I'm like, just kill him, please. Like, you already broke the villain rule of monologuing before taking out somebody. She goes in on him, and finally they get into the sewers. They're looking for everybody. Notice that everybody's safe. Then we see Dwight's deception. Dwight thinking that he was safe and was able to kill the saviors, before and let Daryl and others know that, hey, it's safe now. I took him out, but one was left alive and figured out that he was the mole. So she gets away, and of course she's gonna run back to the sanctuary and tell Negan and everybody else about what's going on. Now it seems that Dwight's going to be staying with Team Alexandria because he can't go back there, even though he does know how Negan thinks and how he plans, and he has the whole sanctuary and how the saviors move. Like, he's got it all figured out, so he could still be an asset to them. So he decides to stick with them, and cutting back to the sewers again, we see everyone is safe, and then we see Sadiq. Reckon who he shot his gun at. He got that look like, the fuck are you doing here?
You.
He really had that look like, bro, you about to catch this fade. What are you doing here?
Fuck is you doing here, nigga?
And then we just hear the sound of a deep yet weak voice of, I brought him here. That's how it happened. Carl pulls up his shirt to reveal that he's been bitten. Now, if you want to know how the hell in this whole time, it was when he first met Sadiq.
Yeah,
and when the two zombies that were on top of him, he pushed one out the way and was holding the other one back, but the other one that he pushed away came on his abdomen. Now,
the one thing I will give him this is that the way they shot it to where it was a combination of not only the way they shot it, but the look on Carl's face when it happened.
Yeah.
Because if you look after that or put down, you can see the look on his face that something happened.
Yeah, something that happened that he was not ready
he glances because he does glance down real. It's very slight. He glances down and cuts to the next scene. Mm-hmm. And you're thinking and if you notice ever since he met Sadiq, basically his spirit, him, started to become more draining as it went on. As to when Negan, you can tell what the way just the sound of his voice like he was fucking tired. The fact that he even gave himself up was kind of an indication that he already got bit, and he was like, "I'm going to die anyway," type of thing. Now that could be going a little bit too far, but at the same time, but if you look at just the way it was, just timeline wise, yeah. And the thing was that I did. It's the only question I did have with it is like, so you really did it. I mean, I get why he didn't tell nobody, but nobody could tell nothing. You know, any other character you would have you could tell by that, but I don't know.
See, CJ. I mean, see, D. Here's the thing: zombie bites and the effects of the fever. It depends on the person. That's something that we learned way back in season 1, the episode TS19. The effects of how fast or how slow the fever sets into somebody. It varies from person to person. Like for the minutes, for others, it can happen in a matter of hours or even days. Hell, look at what happened with Andrea's sister. When Andrea's sister got bit by she got bit twice by a zombie, and she didn't fully turn until the next day.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just the effects is different on people. Also, also when you do have the, I think nobody noticed it, but do you remember in the very first Carl got this injection called plot armor? It just started to wear off by the time it got to that point.
Look, again, to quote my joke, I guess Carl didn't see that, did he? He didn't see it.
No, he didn't.
No, right? Actually,
the audience didn't see it.
Chris.
First off, I gotta be honest with you. Carl getting bit, I'm looking back like, hey, dog, who'd you piss off behind the scenes? That was my first thought off the break.
Easy. Motherfucker, why do you get taller every time you come back?
You got another time to be coming up past me, side-eyeing me before I fucking kill your ass off. Hope you know that.
Somebody,
you literally saw that boy go through puberty like this. Like, look, we need you on the set right now. I don't want to be Carl no more. You be Carl.
I mean, and truth be told, he has been on the show for like the last 10 years. 10 years.
I mean, dude, we saw this kid grow up, man, and so I'm pretty sure at this point it's like, look, man, when this shit started, this motherfucker was in elementary school. This nigga about to go to college. We need to do some shit. This is not going to work. That's so pissed off.
Well, here's something that I'd like to take away from this. So the mid-season finale ends on a really, really, quite honestly, shocking moment because you would think that there's characters that have plot armor to where they're safe no matter what. Even though Robert Kirkman said that in the comic books, anybody could go. He said, hell, I could drop Rick the next issue and not even bat an eye.
First off, Kirkman had literally ball slinging every time you hear him. It's like, yo, Kirkman looked like he about ready. He could sit there and literally kill this series off if he felt like it.
He already did.
Real talk. That line though, I could kill that eye. Do it.
See, you'd be the person to sit there and antagonize him, and he kills Rick off, and all of a sudden we get a ride. And I'm like, well, see what you started, D? Is what you started.
See what you started? Now, look. I'm just saying, man. Either you shit or you get off the pot. Don't be sitting here threatening me. I can do that tomorrow. Do it then, nigga. Surprise me. Fuck that. You know what? Fuck that. Nah. Have Negan have Negan just straight up go up to Michonne with a baseball bat. Surprise me with some shit like that, then, nigga. If you so big and bad, I could drop.
You know what? That's brass balls off the break anyway. Because number one, that means like, yo, Kirkman's like, I ain't afraid of fucking Black Twitter. Let's do this.
Now,
that's what they're gonna do to me. Half y'all niggas don't even know who the fuck I am.
Now, y'all want to know something interesting? Something that I thought was interesting was the behind the scenes of all of this. Now, remember how I said before when somebody at the news and they gotta go, shit, how am I gonna tell this to X, Y, and Z? So Andrew Lincoln got a phone call from I forgot who was exactly who, but he got a phone call, and in this phone call, he said the very first thing he just said was, "You're not gonna like this," and he said, "You're really, really not gonna like this." He says, "What? How am I getting killed off?" He thought he was gonna go, and he says, "No, it's not you. It's the."
See, I knew that probably threw Lincoln off. He was like, "Well, shit, I was expecting him to get killed, but
no. Lincoln was so thrown off that he couldn't say nothing. Like, dude was on the phone with him, had to was like advice before he could say anything. Like, he had like a full pause for like 10 minutes. He couldn't say anything.
Oh,
It's like,
man.
bruh, you do realize that the only one left from season 1 is me and Daryl. I'm sorry, and Carol now.
Yeah.
Like, and you know,
What the fuck is y'all doing up there, man?
and he did.
What the fuck
and
is y'all
he-
doing up there? Nah, don't hang the phone up on me, motherfucker.
Lincoln did say that he said all bets are off. He was like, now that Carl's gone, all bets are off, meaning anybody can get it.
Well, I mean, I thought that was the mantra since the start of this series, anyways. That anybody
Not
can go. I
necessarily.
mean,
Well,
I'm
not
saying.
necessarily. See, you got to think about it. For the last 8 seasons that the show's been on, you know that certain characters will go, and they're bound to go. But certain characters have to stay
characters
alive.
certain characters.
Yeah.
Certain ones do. They just do. And but you know, I think that's the whole point about it when it's a main character. And at this point, you have set in stone established characters. Put it this way: if they took out Carol, everybody would be like, "Oh," but it wouldn't have the same sting as of what we see now. Carl gone. You know what I mean? I think that's the difference. You know what I mean? Just the permadeath effect. If you permanently kill somebody in Dragon Ball Z that was a top 4 character, we'd be like, oh, "I'm sorry, you did what?" Same effect.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been our run from episode 2 all the way up to the mid-season finale of season 8. Now for what I'm looking forward to for season 8B, which is picking up, I think was it February?
23rd,
Yeah,
something like that? Yeah.
something like that. I'm expecting the All Out War to be a really the latter half of this All Out War to be a very interesting one. We all know that it's not going to end until episode 16. So we're going to have 8 going all out with a whole bunch of crazy shit. There's going to be a whole lot of crazy twists and turns. And now I really tried to piece together things I think could happen. But now that Carl's gone, it just really makes this come out very differently than how I think it's going to happen. Now, what I think is going to happen, and this is just me, just like throwing out ideas and theories of what I think is going to happen. In the comics, we know that Rick doesn't need.
Now they've been keeping him prisoner for a while.
Well, at this point in the comics, Negan's actually free.
Well, I'm saying just him getting captured and stuff. They've been keeping him prisoner for a
Yeah,
while.
they kept him prisoner. He sat through he went through the time jump and everything. Now they did say that we are going to see the time jump in the TV series as we go into season 9 as well as season 10. We're going to see a time jump. Now, in this time jump, what happens is I believe that they're going to go by the comics. Rick isn't going to kill Negan. He's not going to kill him.
No, he probably won't.
And why I believe he won't kill him is because we see, what was it, it was back of season 8 where we saw a flash forward of him talking about my mercy overpowers my wrath.
Yeah.
And when he kept saying, he had that look on his face like something really, really struck him. Like he has something like really, really deep going on. And now that we see Carl going, it's going to lead up to this point where he's not going to kill Negan. He's going to do what Morgan told him to do way back before all this even started, when he built that prison inside of one of the houses. He said, why are you even doing this? So this time you have a choice. Instead of just killing them, take them here as prisoners. That's where Negan is going to be. He's going to lock him inside that jail cell, and he's going to be left there for 2 years. Then we're going to get the time jump of,
hooray!
in which that one is going to be a really, really good one to check out. I really hope that AMC does the Whisper War about at least the All Out War so far, because so far they hit like almost every key moment from the comics.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know. We'll see how it pans out and stuff. But kind of shocked we actually managed to catch up with things now. So yeah, so does that mean like summertime we're finally gonna do it, or is it gonna be like
no, knowing the history of us with this, we won't say shit until season 9, mid-season. So
yeah, I would like for us. Well, no, I'm sorry. We're gonna jump on the premiere of the season premiere of episode 9 in season 8, and then not come back for like another year.
It's like we're on quite a long.
That actually sounds like but here's the thing. That sounds like us though.
Yeah.
That sounds like how we will be, man. That sounds like how we'll be.
Yeah. So yeah. That's
so
it.
yes, that is Bam.
Bam.
Don't do that. Don't you dare do that. See, that's how you get banned. Shit like that. See, shit like that is how you get banned. It's like, hey, can I get on Bam? That shit right there. We can't trust you.
my bad. I am so sorry for tarnishing the reputation of Bam. So the ending. Of
CJ. You have one job to be on Bam.
One job. Now you got to see. Now we got to give you Lucille, nigga.
No, I just feel D just pulling. He'll throw the shit back at me. He'll be like, Arrow, you have failed this podcast. Got Arrow in the fucking head and shit.
Nah. Like I said, you have to get Lucille at this point, man. Nah, put your head down, nigga. No, actually, you know what? Fuck all that. Chris, look at the flowers. Look at the flowers.
I gotta give you the Daryl face because I know what's gonna happen to me.
No. You do the standard. You do the standard. For Rick, crying. The Carl me cry.
Turn over, looking at the flowers, and all of a sudden I don't get shot in the head. I get shot in the hand. I'm like, son of a bitch! You thought I was gonna die.
Now you can't jerk off, motherfucker. It's even worse.
See y'all next time.